last stream for a little while. Oh my god, are we excited? I am excited. Hello. Hello, gamers. Is it me? Yes, it is me. Hello, I'm here. I'm queer. I'm ready to party. We have a few things on the docket today, and I'm very excited. I'm gonna be like jittery the entire time because tomorrow, well, yeah, very early in the morning tomorrow, I'm gonna be leaving to meet up with my friends, and I can't wait. And I'm already jealous of them because they're already spending time together. How dare they? How dare they have more time together than I do with them? I cannot be the Yusuke of this group. Not again. Tenji's running around in the background. Hello, everybody, though. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Angel. Hello, Burple. Hi, StreamElements bot. Of course, we gotta say hello to the robots as well. Hi, Crow. And hello, Seppo. Goaya? Goaya? What the fuck is that? Where is that from? I've never seen that one before, I think. Also, I don't think I said it correctly. At least I would be very surprised if I said it correctly, but who knows? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have a lucky break with these sorts of words. But yeah, you know, so since yesterday, since our 8 and something hour... Oh, Westfriesisch, of course. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. Since yesterday, since I've spent 8 hours and a little bit more to finish Persona 5, I've been just kind of chilling. Well, I made thumbnails. I did make thumbnails. Do you want to see the funniest picture I've ever made? Like I also said on Discord, I tried to... Technically, my idea was, hey, I'm gonna make a very nice and coherent thumbnails only. They're gonna look similar to each other and they're all gonna look very pretty. But then that didn't really pan out that way. Not particularly. Anyway. Because I made this thumbnail for a video that I made the other day out of a live stream that we did a little while ago. I don't know if you remember. Can you guess what this is about? Do you remember this? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm being so late to the party with my friends, already having fun, same just like me, for real. It's so sad. Zhenya? Was that another... Yeah, who is Zhenya, I think? Is that another person that was on the plane? Is that another person? I mean, there was multiple people on the plane. Who else was on the plane? Maybe my article is gonna tell me. Maybe not. I am unsure. I don't know. I'm landing my plane into your heart. Hope you don't crash it. The Persona stream yesterday was 8 hours, huh? So I got like 2 hours of catching up to do. Can you tell me what happened after the 6-hour mark? Ooh. Can you tell me what the last thing that happened in the stream when you tabbed out was? Because then I can tell you, but I don't remember exactly what happened at what hour. We did fist fight though. Oh, Zhenya is short for Yevgeny. Oh, okay. Then that's okay. That makes sense then. Persona stream was very fun though. I had a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun doing our Persona thing. The last thing that happened, I think, was you were fighting Golden Banana Boy Maruki. Okay, did I win against him? Because we did. Spoiler alert, we won against him at the end of the day, and we fist fought Maruki, like hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, Zhenya Prigozhin. Yeah, in that case, Zhenya is such a feminine nickname for Yevgeny. I knew Yevgeny once, I think. I'm trying to remember. If that was his first name? Yes. But we always spelled it with an I instead of his German spelling, maybe. Well, if you prefer, I could say, I hope our love takes off. Now, that makes a lot more sense, like, as an image, I think. A crash landing definitely is not the image to go for, but I really, I enjoy this image that I made, so. I don't know yet in which order I'm gonna upload the videos, but I'm probably just gonna upload them in order of how I made them. Maybe, unless, like, I find out a pattern that makes more sense than that. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I legit threw hands with Maruki. That sounds so funny. Just Joker and his besties fist fighting their school therapist for the sake of the world. It was only Joker. Joker v Maruki, specifically. It was very funny. Also very, like, I don't understand why we had to culminate this fight in a fist fight. But it was very emotional, so, you know, it happens. That was a wild meme. Thank you. I made it. I made that image. That's gonna be a thumbnail for a video. So much about me making coherent looking thumbnails, huh? That will never happen again. Don't worry about it. Maybe the other ones will be looking a little bit more coherent. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. I fell asleep. That is super valid. That was a very long stream. I was literally live from like 12, like noon, until 8 in the evening. That is a long time. Emotional? You made fun of it. Well, the two things can be true at the same time. It was an emotionally charged moment, but it was also very goofy, because this is how every action movie culminates. They, like, super powered people can just fist fight it out at the top of a burning building. That's always what happens. And so it had to happen in Persona as well, I suppose. And then after that, we had a lot of like flavor text, I guess. We had like Valentine's dates and White Day dates and talking to everybody again about their wishes and dreams. And that's all nice and stuff, of course, but it came after the actual conclusion, and then it just kind of felt like filler a little bit. No sympathy at all. None here. 12, well, it wasn't 12 hours. It was not 12 hours. Thank God. But you, but you oil them joints with wood varnish. It's porcelain, so I guess you would need a different varnish probably. But yeah, as long as you oil them, you know, I'm still able to go. Actually, funny, because I went to Maxi's stream afterwards. Yes, Tenchi, I did do that. I'm telling the truth, I swear. I would never misinform people. Well, actually, I took a break before I went to Maxi's stream, but then I did go over there. Hello, Caliban, welcome. Also, Tenchi is sharing his opinion, which I find good. I'm gonna miss the little guy for like 5 days, so I need to really take in that barking, since I won't be hearing it for 5 days. Are we done? Did we do it? Maybe, perhaps. And I went to Maxi's stream, and you guys, some of the people who went over there told Maxi that I didn't really take any breaks during the 8 to 9 hour stream. You snitches! How could you? How could you? Isn't that the stuff that that plates are made out of? Yeah, porcelain. But there's porcelain dolls, did you know? Allah, it's been a while since I joined the live stream. How have you been? I hope you've been well. Them fist fighting reminds Burple of Gurren Lagann, where after 2 multi-galaxy-sized mechas beating each other up, they destroyed and recreated the universe. Happened, the human-sized pilots throw hand. It doesn't even matter. It legitimately doesn't matter. No, you could have the power of God within you. Legitimately, and in the end it's still gonna be a fist fight. It has to be a fist fight. But isn't that breakable? Yeah. They can always break. But within me, again, like I just said, within me lives the power of a god, so I'm fine, you know, I'm extra strong. I bet One Piece will end the same way. Oh my god, wouldn't that be something? Who would Luffy fist fight though? I'm not a One Piece watcher, so I have no idea. Is there like a big bad aside from the government? You can't really fist fight the government, because that's more than one person, right? It's going on a Joanny if I need a co-pilot. Now we're really like in the plane related puns are going so hard today. Now I'm just going on trains. I don't think I need a co-pilot for that. So many trains though. I think I'm gonna be on like 5 to 6 trains, 8 hours definitely on a train. So, you know, I just pre-gamed being on trains a lot by doing a very long stream. Even though being on trains is super chill, the part that's not so chill is having to switch from one train to the other. But like being on the actual train is actually super duper chill. I have no problems with that. I can sweep. I can sleep and daydream and sleep and maybe read if I can't sleep. But I certainly will be able to sleep because I don't think I'll sleep beforehand. There are 2 big bats, so they could definitely throw fists. Well, that's good. You can't fist fight the government. Peter Griffin beats up Trump. Well, but it's not the entire government. You can't fist fight the president. That is true. That is possible. But even though it may seem like it, even America is not like a dictatorship. Even with Trump at the helm, there's still other people involved in the government. Imagine if Luffy did fist fight the government, though. Like, the entire government, just one regular depowered Luffy just kicking the shit out of a bunch of bureaucrats. I mean, they're not made for fist fighting. That is also true. You might have the upper hand just because they're not, like, doing that a lot. Trains are comfy. I agree. The only part that I don't like about train rides is trying to get from one train to another. And also, there's a weird there's a weird thing on my train journey specifically. They told me like, between this and this station, fairly far, like the last train journey that I would have to take, they're like, okay, there's, I don't know, construction work or something, I think it was. I don't remember. Construction work going on, but they still listed the train, but sometimes there's not sometimes the train can't go, but sometimes the train can go. But sometimes you need a bus. I'm just gonna go into my train as my app tells me to do. DB app, ups to you. DB planner, TripAdvisor. What the fuck are you actually called? Navigator, that's what you're called. Just gonna follow it, and then in the train or at the station be like, anybody else heading to blank station? I need to go there. How do I do that? I'm gonna make friends with people who need to go the same way as me. That is how you actually get that done, I think. You've never been on a train? Oh my god. You should go on a train. Go on a train. Trains are good. I recommend trains. I've only ridden a train once in my entire life, and I'd say all trains are pretty comfortable, so for real. I mean, I feel like they are. Most trains are it depends. The trains themselves are comfortable, but oh my god. Please, I'm praying to the Deutsche Bahn gods today. Gonna pray all day, every day. Train RPG party. Hey, yes, exactly. I'm gonna form my own RPG party. Yes, Ronnie. I'm gonna hope and pray that the trains are not gonna be overfilled, because if I don't get a seat, I'm going to redact it myself. I can't. This will not. That I cannot. I cannot. Please. If the trains are super duper stuffed, then I will actually pass away. I can't deal with this right now. It's too warm. Although on Friday it's gonna be a bit colder, so we'll see. And I'm gonna go very early, so maybe that'll help. I don't know. Bus trains. How would bus trains work? What are bus trains? How does that work? There are buses that take passengers from A to B when trains are not in service. But Friday is a bad day for trains. That's true, but I'm going super early, so maybe. I only got one warning on my app that one train on the whole list of trains that I'm gonna be taking is usually a little bit busy during that time. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Too bad I live in an area where we don't have passenger trains. Oh my god, you poor Americans. Trains! More trains for everybody! Look, it's Indonesia. There's, like, wildlife here. Yeah, I know. And trains are not as commonplace everywhere around the world as they are in Central Europe, where we can go anywhere we want to go with trains. Don't invade, but do visit. Visiting other countries is fun. Ronnie's gonna visit us soon, us being Germany, not me specifically. When exactly is that? I mean, if you wanna say, when exactly is that happening again? I wish you the best of luck on your Flixbus journey as well. Hi, Strelitzia! Funny Wagnerman got shot down by Russian air defense. Videos on his plane falling with missing wings are out there. True, this is your area of expertise. This is your area of expertise, actually. You know about trains in the sky, which are planes. I said trains, I wanted to say planes. True. End of September. I see. Very nice. End of September is coming up sooner than I think. I always think, that's so far away, but no, it's actually not. Do they offer snacks on board of trains? Sometimes, not always. It depends. If you are usually just in the ETA, I'm pretty sure. Normal trains don't have a snack wagon. Snack wagon? Snack wagon. A plane without wings is a train, and a train with wings is a plane. Something like that. I don't know how graphic does that video look. I know you're not gonna see any details on it, but like on YouTube, how much are you allowed to show? I don't know. I know I have an article, and I think that one also has videos in it. I'll see. When we get to it, I'll see. Yo, hello, Wheatbush, welcome. It's not very graphic. Yeah, I can imagine, like, how much are you actually going to be able to see, but I don't know what YouTube's regulations are regarding that. Specifically, almost like a falling leaf. It sways downward. I'm considering just going now, though. I'm absolutely dying in Portugal. It's 30 degrees in my bedroom and 40 degrees outside. Jesus Christ. I like to complain about the heat, but it's not that bad. It's 26 degrees right now, and apparently there's winds and rain and all that shit, so I really shouldn't be complaining that much. Jesus. Falling metal shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I think so, right? I think so. Well, I mean, if it gets demonetized or removed, you might call this a train wreck. Limited monetization is okay. That's the standard anyway at this point, but Anything else? We'll see. Why would it be graphic? I mean, it is a plane getting shot down, and people are presumed to be in it, you know? To be in it to win it. So, this is our docket for today. We have a couple things on it, so we should get through. Send it. Yeah, you can definitely send it over on Discord, right? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will look at it, and if I want to add it after we've read the article, I will. I'm good, thank you, Lord Peace. I'm still, like, chilling. I have a lot to do today, as every day, but it will be fun. I'm very hyped. Hyped for tomorrow. So, we finished Persona yesterday, and I want to mention it again because, God, that was a long-running series. That was Persona 5R specifically. That was a long-running series. That was crazy. And also, I just saw some more Maruki art when I was scrolling Twitter, and I wanted to show you that, obviously. Yeah, you don't actually... Oh, you don't actually see the plane getting hit, just falling, though. Okay. Well, I see. Oh, I see. Presumably Russian air defense. Interesting. I'll see what the article has to say about that, because, of course, I haven't looked into it too much before this. So, we'll get to that. We're talking about the Wagner guy. Yes, we will. Hast du den Wagner Nachruf auf Discord? No, I don't think I did. What do you mean? What that? Nobody got shot. Well, I mean, somebody's plane got shot. So we're gonna talk about Persona a little bit again. Meme. There's this video of fucking Ron DeSantis that I find very funny. Also another post that I didn't know where else to group in with, so I just kind of put it up here. Some like fun short things in memes. Oh, you mean the? Do you mean the image that was like photoshopped with with what was he holding? Konosuba, I think. I did see that. But that's the only thing I saw, I think. Yeah. It's pretty good though. While you show meme, I'm a shower. Have a good shower. Then we're gonna go moving on to Die Man is Dude. Obviously, Prigozhin version. Die Man is Dude is my favorite thing. It's real. It has to be real. Oh no, it's definitely. Yeah. It's definitely real. Then there's the Selbstbestimmungsgesetz, another one of those long German words, but this one's good, and it's been causing a lot of controversy. The usual controversy that you would expect from something regarding trans rights, so nothing surprising here, but nonetheless, of course, we're going to talk about it. This is a huge W for us, though, so hell yeah, we're gonna celebrate our W's. Then this is a little aside, I just saw it on my Twitter timeline as well, and I wanted to mention it because I find it kind of crazy. This person got a lot of, well, it wasn't necessarily backlash, but I can only imagine how it felt to be on the receiving end of this sort of commentary. We'll get to it when we get to it. Somebody drew Hannibal Lecter from NBC's Hannibal, but people didn't think that's what they drew, actually. Also, I saw this video of Fusi getting arrested, and it's pretty serious with him. I don't know if you know who that is, but maybe we'll go over that a little bit too. I don't have the full backstory, so it'll be a quick little thing. Also, I was checking Nusagi's channel because I do that sometimes. That's like my #1 hate watch sort of channel, I think, at the moment. It's not always hate with him. He's not like black and white to such a degree like Rev is, for instance. With him, it's like, sometimes his videos are fine, not that interesting. That's okay. But he posted 2 videos about politics, basically. Is it based, though? I don't know. Yeah, Fusi used to do pranks. Yeah, Fusi used to be a prank channel. I vaguely remember the name Fusi. It's like FusiTube is what he used to be. But he's pulling a little Kanye arc, and it's actually very concerning, and people are clowning on it, obviously. Not really, that doesn't surprise anybody, but it seems to be pretty concerning what's going on with him right now. So we might watch a Nusagi video. We actually probably are going to watch the Nusagi video because I'm very curious. He put communist in the title, in the thumbnail, so I would like to know. And then I made a little to-do list because I have a lot of things that I want to do after stream. Fuzi has been a long while ago. Yeah, his videos, they like vary. Sometimes they're just VTuber history and stuff like that, and that's just what that is. Tell me about VTuber history, that's cool, that's okay. But sometimes, as soon as he gets his opinions in there, it gets a bit worse. You know, if he just tells us about the history of a VTuber, it's like, yeah, okay, I can see what this, yeah, I can see why you're showing me this. Informative, thank you. But as soon as his personal opinions go in there, it's like, oh, Odd. And now he made a video about his political views, apparently. At least that's what the thumbnail and title led me to believe. So I would like to check that out, because I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about Kanye recently either. Is he okay? I do not know. Maybe he's currently more okay, and that's why we haven't heard anything about him. Probably true. But boy, one of his recent videos made me disappointed in him. Is it the second to most recent one? Probably. God, yeah, the way he talked about stuff in that one wasn't good either, but I don't think we have time for both. Although, this is not... we'll see. We'll see where we're at when we arrive down here, you know? Time-wise and everything. Yeah, Fuzi is having a problem with his mental health, 100%. Is that... Yeah, he quit YouTube as well, I think, for mental health reasons, but he's back now. He's streaming. He said he has... the same thing as Kanye West in a video or in a stream at some point. I saw that clip somewhere floating around. He's like, I'm just like Kanye, people need to manage me or something, you know. So I guess maybe he's also diagnosed with bipolar. I think Kanye has bipolar, is that right? I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. And that would make a lot of sense because Fuzi acts very manic as well. And yeah, you should get medication for that. You should definitely take your meds. Everybody, if you haven't taken your meds yet, if you have any meds whatsoever to take, do take those. Remember to take those. I don't have any, so not for me. We finished Persona 5 though. And we beat this man. We beat up this man. Can you believe beating up this man? I couldn't believe it. This man doesn't look like he deserves to be beat up at all. This man looks like he deserves to be held because he's very sad. But I mean, sometimes they go hand in hand. You can beat him up first and then hold him. That's such a nice looking man, isn't it? Isn't he? I'm sure he wouldn't like cause the apocalypse or anything like that. There's another one. These are both just artworks that I saw and wanted to show you. Can you believe we beat the shit out of this nice looking tired scientist man? Can't believe. Cannot believe. Can't believe they made us beat up this man, right? Persona is a cruel game. Very cruel. Such a gentleman. Yeah, exactly. We gotta stop saying Twitter. It's pronounced X. I will dead name Twitter until the day I die. His voice actor did die, true, yeah. The English voice actor did pass away somewhat recently. I think during my Persona playthrough, actually. Which, rest in peace, yeah. I trust him with my life. Right? Why not? He seems really friendly. I would also trust him with my life. Look at the amount of floof that is in his hair. I think you should absolutely be able to trust him with your life. Yeah. The first, yeah, I just noticed that too. The first artist had the Filipino flag in their Twitter bio, and that's a obligatory. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, let's go. 19-year-old too. Fucking goated at art. I don't know what this message means, my friend. It's just a lot of names, you know? To me, that's just a lot of names. I don't know if that is sensical or not. If you repeat it again, you're gonna get a bannerino, so be careful. I hope nobody hits him in his face, right? It's a good face. Nobody should hit it. It would be a shame if somebody hit this good face. I'm sure nobody would ever do that, though, right? Like, who would do that? Well, but if he does ask for it... At least Maruki didn't die. Yeah, Maruki is a taxi driver now, which is very confusing to me. I guess I need to either play Strikers or watch somebody play Strikers because I need to figure out why the hell he's a taxi driver now. I do not get it. Why would anyone want to bully a gentleman? So true. So true. You're asking the real questions here. So, I want to make a Persona tier list. This is what's coming up. Now that we beat Persona, what we're gonna do is Persona character tier list and Persona tier list. That's what we're gonna do. That's on the docket. That's what I want to do in the future. Not today, of course. But those are our coming Persona streams, if you know what I mean. Strikers doesn't pick up after Royal or mention it? No? Or is it another one? I thought one of them was like connected, but I don't know which one. Hi Isabel, by the way, welcome. He turned into a taxi driver? True, yeah, you missed that. Damn, he went from being a therapist to a taxi driver? I wonder why. I really wonder why. Somebody said it's explained somewhere, though. And Persona beneath the mask cover. That's not really a stream, but that's a thing I want to do. Akechi is pancaked here, as we all know. You pulled a Kiryu. Did Kiryu do that too? I didn't know. Strikers takes place like a year or two later. Well, I mean, maybe that would still explain something about what happened at the end of it. Maybe, perhaps. I can now finally watch those videos too. I've been putting off a couple of videos that I wanted to watch about Persona, but that's not stream content either. That's just what I want to do. Because there are some videos floating around that I would like to see. They look very interesting, but I've been avoiding them because I don't want to get spoiled. But now I am 100% spoiler free, and I feel so great. I feel so great about that. I can consume every single piece of art under the sun, every single piece of writing, because I can no longer be spoiled for Persona 5. Whoa, power. Now, do you want to glance upon something truly terrifying? We already know that Akechi will be in triple S tier for you. Might as well start the tier list stream with the guy already listed. No, you don't know. How could you possibly know? Persona 3 is still your favorite. I've heard very good things about Persona 3. Again, when the remake comes out, I'm probably gonna play it. At one point in Yakuza, Kiryu becomes a taxi driver to see if they leave him the heck alone. Ah, I see. Oh, you missed the GOP debate. I saw some highlights from it. I missed it too. I haven't seen it or anything. I saw some highlights from it and it's insane. But this was before that. This was on my birthday, actually. Why does he have the same tics as Homelander though? What is going on? What is going on with Ron DeSantis? Is everything okay with Ron DeSantis? Why does he look so dead inside? Extremely dead inside. It's absolutely the perfect post. I grabbed it from here because some chats of TikTok posted that we should in fact not be comparing the two, but I think we could definitely compare the two. Chats of TikTok says, can y'all stop comparing this man to Homelander? Homelander is arrogant, competitive, cocky, narcissistic, assertive, and instinctual, I guess. His personality bleeds charisma. That's questionable. He has more charisma than Ron DeSantis, obviously. I think a wet sack of potatoes has more charisma than Ron DeSantis, so it's not surprising or anything. But I don't think that Homelander has a specific high amount of charisma. Homelander, I feel like Trump has more riz than Homelander. Actually, Homelander is not that full of charisma. Honestly, mostly it's the marketing for him, isn't it? And Ron is, of course, timid, weak, with low self-esteem and no social skills. He's an uninspired weirdo. But I mean, Chad isn't wrong. Ron is definitely worse, even in this aspect. But I think Homelander is much the same. Homelander thinks he has more charisma than he actually has. 100%. He's presented like he has a lot of charisma. And he has Homelander has a marketing team behind him, namely VOT, that is actually competent, as opposed to Ron DeSantis' marketing team and campaign managers and whatnot. They are absolutely incompetent. And of course, Homelander has actual superpowers. We'll leave that out of it, obviously, because that is a clear difference that you could bring up, perhaps. But Homelander is also has low self-esteem, barely any social skills, to be honest. He may not be timid, but he is those two things for sure. You're gonna work out now with your friends. Have fun. I think we feel like he doesn't have as much of as Jesus Christ. I wish I could read. I think we feel like he doesn't have as much charisma. Is that the series shows us what's behind the scenes? Yeah, of Homelander's facade, but without it, he'd be very charismatic. Fair. In his public appearances, he obviously doesn't have all the breakdowns and whatnot that we see. Q playing Homelander's theme with the fucking violins and whatnot. But that's all his marketing team, right? Low social skills? He's just like me, for real. You think Stormfront is a 4chaner in The Boys? Yes, definitely. Maybe not a poster, but defo a lurker. 100% a lurker. She's on top of that, seeing what they say about her. 100%. 1,000,000%. The only feat of charisma Homelander ever displayed was his ability to... Yes, obviously. I think this is a pretty apt comparison. Also, it's absolutely creepy. It's incredibly creepy, and it's very funny. So I wanted to show it to you again because I hadn't had a news talk stream yet. The comparison is really good. It's obviously not perfect, but like, look at those faces. Exactly. It's also not that deep. I don't think they're making an equivacy between the two to that level. Just that they're both pretty unhinged and very fake. That's the main thing I think that they're trying to do here. So honestly, not necessary to overanalyze that much. We need to watch the debate, but bro, lefty superhero. Yes, please. That would be fun. In the next season of The Boys, just like a debate bro, like socialist superhero. That's kind of missing, isn't it? That would be funny, I think. Also, this is another image that I dug up from the trenches of Twitter and didn't really know where to put. It goes hand in hand with American politics, though, so I think it makes sense to put it where it's been put, which is right next to Ron DeSantis. This tweet from this fucker. It's always this fucker. The fact that this fucker is able to be on Twitter at all is a fucking crime, but whatever. So he posts, "Why is Obama never in the hood?" and posts this obvious AI image of Donald Trump. He has never worn a tie like this, I'm pretty sure. Of Donald Trump standing around in the hood, in quotation marks, like having a barbecue with people that are all not real because this is AI. Obviously AI. And Socked on Left posted this. "If you needed proof that AI pictures will break politics, here's what the biggest, dumbest conservative accounts are up to." This has so many fucking likes. That's absolutely crazy. This has to be satire. One would hope, but I don't believe it anymore. And somebody responded to that, "Trump is the blackest president we've ever had," which that one maybe that one's satire, because I cannot I cannot see anybody tweeting that in actuality. Yeah, they just cooked up this little AI image and tried to sell a narrative. I don't know if this meant to. I legitimately cannot tell if this is meant to be funny and a joke, or if this is meant to be actual misinformation. I do not know anymore at this point. Also, obligatory: never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, and Dominic McGee what image he was banned for posting on July 26, 2023, because he shouldn't be on fucking Twitter. Isabel says, "Super Vaj, Homelander, how can you call yourself a force for good when your laser blasts people without fair trial? You brainlet, epic fight in the sky." But they have like the same level of power, so they just keep fighting while doing like weird debate bro sports as well. I would love that. I hope it's weird satire. I would prefer it if it was weird satire, but you never know with these guys. You honest to God never know with these guys. I mean, we've all read this post before, haven't we? This probably is satire, but also my faith in humanity is low enough for me to not be surprised if it isn't. I legitimately cannot tell with these guys. With these guys, I legitimately cannot tell. I wouldn't be able to say. Well, it's just throwing rocks. He doesn't even have superpowers, he's just throwing rocks. Then again, yeah, this guy is absolutely unhinged. That is the pedo, like, legitimate pedo account who was unbanned by Elon Musk himself, even though he posted, well, I don't know, ask him, on fucking in July this year. Conservatives have no humor, so it's real sad. So it's gotta be real, because yeah, true. Conservatives can't joke. If it's too funny, If you think, oh, this is too funny, this gotta be a joke, it's probably actually not a joke, because if they try to be funny, they fail miserably. So, yeah, that leads us to the conclusion that this must be true then, well, I suppose. It occurs to me now, hi Chris, to me, no one, not Google, not Facebook, YouTube, no one ever gave us the laser eye emote. True, they haven't. Odd. That was really like popular, photoshopping laser eyes into everybody's eyes for a while. I never partook in that myself, but it was like a thing people did a lot. But we don't have an emote for it. Would you make the laser eyes go sidewards, or would you make them go like straight ahead or downwards? How would you illustrate the laser eye emote? I need to know. We're moving on to actual news now. This was just preamble. This was all just preamble. Fun preamble, nonetheless. Die Mann ist Dude. Prigozhin version. Do you know this meme that I'm referencing here? I hope so. It's making fun of the Dutch language, which just means the man is dead, I'm pretty sure. Die man is dude. Second laser eyes emote? I mean, I could make it. You're right. I could make it. I could make it anytime. That is indeed the pedo who got unbanned by Elon Musk then was monetized. That is him. That is him. The laser eyes emote should just be a screenshot of Homelander in that scene where he shot lasers into the crowd. They could do that. That would be very low effort. They wouldn't have to actually illustrate it or anything. Now, it might break, like, the corporate style a little bit, but we'll see. I feel like that probably exists somewhere, right, Isabel? Superhero, supervillain edits of BreadTube and the alt-right and stuff like that. That must exist from back in the day at least, but maybe a modern one wouldn't be around at this time. Oh, you tried to do laser eyes. I was wondering what that was. If you could make it red somehow. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So, did you hear the news? Apparently, it's finally time. Yevgeny Prigozhin? Woohoo! It's finally time. It's so Jover for him. But I mean, it was kind of Jover for him anyway. That's what I'm wondering about. He was kind of like, he left. The last I heard, the last time I was really looking into this very much was during the whole coup attempt and then shortly afterwards. Of course, we had predicted that when he was, you know, leaving the place the first time, we were thinking, oh, maybe he won't get very far. But he did. He did leave. But then he dies later? Why is that? Why didn't they just do it earlier? Why did they wait so long? Well, maybe he was trying to get back into being involved with shit. I thought he was kind of like out of it, but I don't know. The guy was the leader of the Wagner group, yes. Wagner's Prigozhin presumed dead in jet crash. Wagner-linked media has reported that its chief, Yevgeny Prigozhin, has been killed in a private jet crash and blamed Russia for the jet's downing. Wouldn't be too much of a surprise, to be fair. Moscow aviation authorities confirmed that Prigozhin was on board. All 10 people on the board, on board the jet were killed in the crash. So, yeah, it was like a private little plane thingy, just 10 people. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the founder of the mercenary group Wagner Group, was on a business jet that crashed in Russia on Wednesday. So it could be... Do you think it could have been just an accident where they thought it was like a Ukrainian aircraft or something and they didn't communicate well enough? That would be odd. I mean, I don't know. Wagner-linked media said Russia's aviation authorities also said Prigozhin was on the flight. All 10 people on board, including 3 crew members, were killed in the crash. 8 bodies were found at the crash site following the first investigations. Russia state news agency RIA Novosti, that means news, by the way, in Russian, reported. At this point, Wagner is just part of the regular Russian army. I mean, something's gotta have happened, right? According to the airline, the following passengers were on board. The Embraer aircraft, and at the end, you know, it says Prigozhin Yevgeny, said, oh wow, that's a long word. Rosaviatsia, Russia's aviation agency. The second in command of Wagner was on the plane as well. That's good to know. That is good to mention, for sure. Yeah, here's a long video. God, I'm not gonna watch 14 minutes of it, but you can see the crash site here. It's, yeah, there's nothing left here. That's it. His plane just mysteriously fell out of the sky. What are the odds? I'm coughing because of polonium-210 poisoning. It happens, you know. Rosaviatsia also said Dmitry... there it is. There it's mentioned. Dmitry Utkin, an associate of Prigozhin and shadowy figure who managed Wagner's operations, was also traveling on the plane with the Wagner chief. Wagner-affiliated Telegram channel Greyzone confirmed Prigozhin's death, calling him a hero, of course, and a patriot. The post also claimed that he died at the hands of unidentified people. It called traitors to Russia. Well, that sounds like they're talking about the government, right? If you remember correctly, the crash was between Moscow and St. Petersburg. I think they have a map. They're gonna show us a map in a second. Yeah, it's between St. Petersburg and Moscow. That's true. Yeah, so it could true. Right. Actually, yeah, how the fuck would a fucking Ukrainian plane get here? No, they couldn't have mistaken it as anything else. It was, if it's here, it couldn't really have been. Maybe they were coming from Belarus, though? I don't know where the plane was coming from. I'm sure they're gonna mention that, though, right? Привет, hi Thel! We're talking about Prigozhin. If I was a superhero, I'd like electric powers. Oh, electric powers are nice. I like time powers always, 100%. Simple. So this is the translation, I think. An investigation has been launched into the Embraer plane crash that occurred tonight in the Tver region. According to the passenger list, among them is the name and surname of Yevgeny Prigozhin. Rosavatsia, the Russian Civil Aviation Authority, said regarding the plane's crashing, the jet was reportedly en route. I'm mixing all my accents, it's so bad. From Moscow to St. Petersburg. Okay, that's where it says it. When it crashed near the village of Kushinkino in Tver region. now the accent's bleeding everywhere. Help me. Over 100 kilometers north the Russian capital. So it was from Moscow to St. Petersburg. Why the fuck was he in Moscow? What was he doing? I thought he was chilling in Belarus. I thought he wasn't supposed to be in Moscow anymore. Hello, Shachan! Yes, I have new drip. I have a high pony and I am a doll. You know, as it happens sometimes. Sometimes you become a doll. It happens. Yeah, I wonder if this will spur anything. I don't really think so though, because, well, I mean, they did mobilize something, as far as I remember reading somewhere, but I don't think this specific instance will do much in the grand scheme of things. So it was coming from Moscow to St. Petersburg. Why was he in Moscow? Do we know that? The Embraer jet model has only recorded one accident in over 20 years of service, and that was not related to mechanical failure either. See, this might be the video, right?
Straight to our Russia bureau chief, Yuri Rasheta, who joins us from Riga since DW's been banned from reporting inside Russia. Welcome, Yuri.
Ooh, DW's been banned, I see.
What more do we know?
All dolled up.
Well, it's officially confirmed, Phil, that Yevgeny Prigozhin was on the passenger list. You said it. However, we don't know if he was actually among the passengers. If so, then he must be dead, because no one survived this crash. It's not yet clear what exactly caused the crash. All versions of what happened are being considered, including pilot error, technical problems, and external influences. Some Russian media speculates even about a possible explosion on board. Others suspect that the plane was shot down by a missile that may have come from anti-aircraft defenses. All this is completely unclear at the moment. We have to wait for the results of the investigation, and it's said that 8 or 7 of the 10 dead people have been found and identified.
Okay, that's a long video, but I think that's probably the video that you wanted to show me. Let's see, probably. At TLDR, Vlad shot down his plane, but everyone's gonna pretend it was an accident. No, actually, Vladimir Putin shot down Prigozhin in order to distract America from Hunter Biden's penis. Obviously. We should all know this at this point. Don't let them distract you from Hunter Biden's escapades, whatever he's doing currently. It's all to distract you from Hunter Biden. Always. My fellow American citizens, remember this, okay? It's important. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what... I mean, I don't think there's a first class as a little private chat. Hunter's what? Hunter's dick. His dick, yes. Everybody in America is talking about that, and they should be. Everybody should be focusing on that. Obviously. It's true. I saw a funny tweet on Twitter at some point, but somewhere in my likes. I don't know. Why though? To discredit Biden somehow? Joe Biden, obviously. Somehow to discredit Biden, they keep talking about Hunter Biden. It doesn't matter. The Prigozhin's death still matters, even though he wasn't involved in Ukraine after the coup, because it stops Wagner's action in Africa, though. True, like, the Wagner group has been... They just wanted to peace out of Ukraine and go resume the things that they've been doing in Africa. But was that I'm really not super informed in all of this. That's why I'm asking so many questions. Was that something that Putin didn't like or didn't want? Was the Wagner group at this point just like a thorn in Putin's side? Or does he have like any solid motivation for killing Prigozhin? I mean, there was a coup attempt. I would be pretty salty after that too. But besides that, was he still doing shit that Putin really, really disliked? Wake up, sheeple. It's all about Hunter's dick. Somehow. Always. Obviously always. Oh, you mean the Biden clan is full of corruption and literally wipes their arse with the whole country? Who would have thought? Like, what do you mean rich people are able to do whatever they want? Huh? That's news to me. I haven't heard of this before. I like to think he choked on a peanut. Maybe. this could have happened, you know, on a snack. They've also been replacing Wagner in Africa with more loyal mercenary groups affiliated to the Kremlin. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It may well be that this crash was not a tragic accident. Possibly, said DW Russia Bureau Chief Yuri Resheto. He became very important for the Kremlin. He became so powerful, he was extremely inconvenient and dared to publicly and loudly doubt the sense of the war in Ukraine. True. Even though that's all over, I'm sure that still has a lasting effect. You know, that happened a while ago, but still. If Prigozhin's death is confirmed, I can imagine that the Wagner Group will no longer exist as a fighting force, Resheto added. There have been many questions about Prigozhin's whereabouts since he led his mercenary soldiers on a short-lived mutiny against Moscow on June 23rd. I remember. A video allegedly of Prigozhin was released just 2 days ago on Telegram and appeared to show him in Africa. Yep, that's what we were talking about. It would be his first video since the abandoned mutiny. The White House says that Prigozhin's death is no surprise. Right, they talked to Biden to give like a comment, and they kind of caught him going out of his gym or something, so he was just holding like a little smoothie or whatever in his hand with his sunglasses on and everything, and he's like, yeah, giving his comment just in the most casual way possible. The White House also acknowledged the news, and President Joe Biden spoke with reporters candidly on the matter as he was leaving his fitness studio while on vacation. Little bro was on vacation. You can't ask him about Russia. He was on vacation. He's not supposed to know about politics while he's on vacation. Can I see this in here? He says, can you not start all of your clips with 100% volume? This is the plane crash. Oh, damn. They also like show you more. They have a lot of videos of that. I want to see Biden. I wish to see Biden. You don't have pictures of Biden? Okay, that's okay. That's fine. That's all right. I could pull it up somewhere. It's an authoritarian regime, so you think that Putin just couldn't leave what Prigozhin did unpunished. That kind of, yeah, it did show a lot of weakness. People were saying that back when it actually happened. I'm just surprised it took so long, kind of, but I guess bureaucracy is slow all around the world. I don't know. Brandon time. I don't know for a fact what happened, but I'm not surprised, Biden said, adding, there's not much that happens in Russia that President Putin's not behind, but I don't think I know enough to know the answer. That makes sense. Discord's politics has a picture. That's true. Let me get there. Let me grab that. They have we have a couple of pictures, actually. It just looks so funny. US president believes in an act of revenge from Putin, and it's just this little picture of Biden with his little, like, I don't know, purple drink in his hand. He looks so nonchalant. Slow government bureaucracy, the thing that unites all of us. At the end of the day, we're all united under how slow bureaucracy is. Biden is just funny. He has funny energy. You think he has no meme potential, but actually his meme potential is only rising the more, he gets on in age, the more senile he gets. Biden with a berry smoothie. He looks like he's just vibing. He's just vibing, indeed. Biden just keeps getting more and more memeish the older he gets. It's true. Hence why he should actually be a president for 4 more years. Does it matter that he's like 170 years old? No. He's funny. It's okay. Let him be president. It's okay. Let him be. I mean, he's gonna be president. Like, have you seen America's other options? He's gonna be president again. It's gonna be crazy. What after that, though? I don't know. Mikhailo Podolyak, Ukrainian presidential advisor, reacted to the news on the social media platform Twitter, saying it was obvious Putin would make an example out of Prigozhin. It is obvious. It's just funny to the rest of the world that it took so long. Wait. Is that the grimace shake? Oh no, Biden, look out. Don't drink the grimace shake. Be careful. Prigozhin needs some chocolate chip ice cream. If he had like a funny drink in his hand or something, maybe he would have been fine. I don't know. It's speculative. The demonstrative elimination of Prigozhin and the Wagner Group command 2 months after the coup attempt is a signal from Putin to Russia's elites ahead of the 2024 elections, Podolyak added. Yeah, okay. I mean, better late than never. Also, it's not like that late. It's not that late. It's 2 months. For us, it seems late because a lot of news happen all of the time, but 2 months, honestly, is not that much time. To be fair, we will have a meme president no matter what. It's just a question of it's wholesome or disturbing memes. True. Very true. Very, very true. Although I cannot see Trump winning. Not like brother's mugshot is gonna be out there soon. Like, how the fuck is he gonna win this? And the others are not even they're not even in the race. All the other like Republican candidates, I don't see it happening. They're all weird. The writers didn't know what they wanted to do with Prigozhin, so they had to kill him off for the next season. Truly happens all the time. Polish foreign minister. Polish names, dude. That's like the final hurdle. I can do Russian names. I can do Japanese names, German names, obviously. There's many names I can do. French names? Hell yeah, give me. Polish and Czech. Those names, they'll do me in. Ziniew. That's Niev, definitely. I don't know how much of these consonants you actually say. Let's say Ziniew Rao. Minister Ziniew Rao on state news channel TVP Info said Prigozhin's death could not be a coincidence. No, that would be weird. Czech names are fun. Fun as in scary. Yes, too many consonants. We have that too, but I know how to deal with ours, so it's different. What about Pakistani names? I feel like it's a bit easier. Like, oh god, not the weird squigglies over the R's. Rericha? That's what I would say, because I don't know what to do with the squiggles. It so happens that political opponents whom Vladimir Putin considers a threat to his power do not die naturally, he added. If true, it shows Putin will eliminate opponents, and that scares anyone who is thinking of expressing a different opinion than his. Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas told CNN. Kaja? No, that's real. Oh yeah, this was the first video that he released. Stop being so loud, Jesus, please.
Mercenary group Yevgeny Prigozhin
in
has
Africa.
published his first.
Yeah.
Even great on all continents, and Africa even freer.
Whatever, they're doing their thing in Africa and they're commenting about it. But now he is no longer doing his thing in Africa, in fact. Let's see how Hans says it. Maybe Hans knows how to say it. Let's see. I believe that Hans has the ability to speak Czech. Not at all. He barely speaks English. German is okay. English is so-so. I don't really put a lot of trust.
Let's see how Hans does. Hans Herericher?
Hans Herericher? Hans Herericher? Hanser? Is that just the word? Is that just the actual letter? Good attempt. Good attempt, Hans? Maybe? Hans failed. Yeah, I would assume. He already struggles with English enough. Well, I know who Yevgeny Prigozhin is, actually. I remember that the rebellion was brought to an end following negotiations mediated by Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko, and the agreement of the mercenary leader would go to Belarus with his forces. Yeah, which is weird, but he left Belarus shortly after. Okay, he just peaced out again. Yeah, that's what happened. He can do the R. I mean, the R's are tricky. There was an attempt. Certainly there was. Russian President Vladimir Putin described Prigozhin's actions as treason, I remember. Prior to that, Prigozhin had been a key ally to Putin. Putin? I remember that too. Yeah, he used his position to launch numerous businesses, including the Wagner Group. He also used to be a chef, apparently. His open challenge to the Kremlin and Russian president's rule was one of the greatest since Putin came into power 20 years ago. Bro has been in power forever. That's not good either. Actually, maybe I can get a how to pronounce, huh? Maybe I can get a how to pronounce. Let me see. YouTube. Don't disappoint me. How to pronounce mayonnaise. No, I'm okay. Thank you. Redicha specifically. No, I don't want a whole tutorial on the funky R. Can I just get like a computer to do it? How can a German not do an R though? Well, it's a weird R. There's like a weird little thing above it, you know? It's not that simple. It's simply not that simple. Yeah, Putin killed him. Okay, well, it's good to know. I could do Google Translate. We're currently German-English. We need, well, Czech. Do you know that it's Czech? Yes.
Řeřicha.
What?
Řeřicha.
Řeřicha? None of these are R's. Řeřicha.
Řeřicha.
Řeřicha?
Řeřicha.
Řeřicha. None of these are R's. I'm very sorry. That is right. That is hard. That's very difficult. Řeřicha. Jesus. I still can't fully believe that the coup happened and was stopped by Lukashenko. That's so weird, right? The whole coup was absolutely bizarre. The whole goings on. Everybody thought, "Ooh, this is now something's gonna happen," and then nothing actually happened. And now Prigozhin died. So that happens. That's a weird little dude. Hi, Victor. Zizhinka. Yeah, right. Feels like Zizhinka. Something like that. Like the Polish I, a totally different sound. Just, actually, it's this one now. It's like closer to a fucking Chinese R than anything else. Gonna go to work though. Have fun, everyone. Have a good time at work. Don't die. You know, the usual. Best wishes from me to you. We also have a funny little callback that the Pirate Party in Germany posted in regards to Prigozhin. You guys follow me? Why do you follow me? What the fuck? Me opening Twitter? Why do you follow me? Okay. They actually follow me. I'm kind of a big deal in Saarland. Not Saarland, dude. No, I'm not gonna make fun of them. I like them. I like this tweet. I wanted to show it to you. This just caught me off guard, okay? A couple weeks ago, AfD voters were saying the deal between Prigozhin and Putin is the proof that you can negotiate with Russia and that you have to negotiate with Russia. 2 months later, Prigozhin is dead. Well, dear AfD and their voter base, maybe not so good. Maybe not so good. Maybe not so good after all. Perhaps. Petit. Who follows you? This Twitter account follows me. German Alabama follows me. Well, the Pirate Party of German Alabama specifically. Slay! Slay! Thanks, guys. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know what made me follow you anymore, but I'm sure you're cool. The account, yeah. The pirate, the Pirate Party. They're a political party. In Saarland specifically, which is funny because where is Saarland in Germany? I don't think I've ever been. Have I been to Saarland before? Erich kam aus dem Saarland. Linke Tradition. Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I want to know though, have I ever been to Saarland? Where are you? What is in Saarland? I'm just gonna go do like oh, it's so tiny. Oh, it's so tiny. Oh, I forget. It's very tiny. No. Maybe? I've been to Strasbourg, but I don't think I've been to Saarbrücken or anything, so I don't think I've ever been. Time to go there and say hi to your pirate friends. I should. I absolutely should. I should come there and be like, you guys follow me on Twitter. Wanna hang out? That's what you do when people follow you on Twitter. You can, if somebody follows you on Twitter, 100% that's an invitation to come hang out in real life. 100%, don't worry about it. Saarbrücken and Saarlouis. They're not very imaginative with their naming. No, obviously not. But you know, they have a point here. They have a point in this post, and they make good posts. Do follow them if you want. I was just surprised. Why do you follow me? The man in the bush behind you. I don't know. You're fun. You're funny. You do funny things. You're interesting to watch. I don't even post in German, but I mean, I'm sure they speak. Maybe. Do you think the Pirate Party in Saarbrücken is our Vosh viewers? Do you think they're Vosh viewers? That would be funny. That would be unexpected. So that is the update. What does this mean for the future of Russia? I guess not much, probably. This is just another sign. Hello, I'm Putin. I'm powerful. Don't mess with me. Which, you know, I think that was still pretty clear at this point, but now it's even clearer, so I don't think anything is going to happen based off of this, like, immediately. I'm sure they're all Voshites. I would like that. In my country, there's a party called Party Malin, or the Wise Party, if you translate it literally. It makes more sense in context. It's funnier. It's like a wordplay in context. Oh, that's always good. The Pirate Party is very clear and upfront what that is. Watch party with the pirates. Yes, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna bring like my laptop and be like, so gamers, we're gonna watch Wash together now. That's what you want, right? That's what you like. I would vote Pirate Party if they were more viable. I would, but alas, they're usually they don't make it very far. But you can support them on a local level. But in a general election, I would not vote for them. Well, die man is dude. It happens. Dimanus dude. Sometimes Dimanus dude. We've been there, done that. It's more a meme political party in your country. Yeah, I don't know. The pirates started out kind of memey, but I think in the end they're kind of serious. I mean, Die Partei is our real meme party. Even though I think they have a few serious tenants also, but they're more the meme party, which is literally the party. The party. The party in Germany is our meme party. Rum? I love rum. I've never had rum, actually. So I don't know if I could vote for them, personally. You don't think that Putin did it? You think it's another performance for Prigozhin to lie low? You think he lives? And it's for, like, the West to believe it? But I feel like he was already laying low, personally. I think, like, he was already on the down low. People didn't really care that much outside of maybe Russia, I suppose, that he was in Africa. We talked about that briefly, but I certainly had forgotten most about it. I don't think that he was in Africa before Ukraine, too. As long as it's not happening in Ukraine, I'm pretty sure people didn't really give that much of a shit about it. Especially in the West. I mean, the West only looks over there, like, very briefly. Very, like, not really digging very deep, usually, when they're looking over at the Ukraine conflict. Most of the West isn't super duper informed about it, I feel like. I mean, of course, most of the West is not super duper informed about most political events, actually. So I feel like they didn't have to do this in order to make him lie low. Prigozhin in Africa was a bigger headache to NATO rather than Russia, though. A convoy of Wagner mercenaries is currently on its way from... I saw that somewhere, though. Yeah, I saw that. That was not in this article. Where did I see that? Did I see that in a link that you sent? Yes. Yes, I did see that in the link that you sent. This is news. This is like a live update news thingy. This was 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes ago. They have some more. What the fuck is this video? Wait a second. The Ukrainian military intelligence service has released a video purporting to show a nighttime special operation in Crimea. These were carried out by the intelligence and naval forces together. Accordingly, the forces landed with watercraft on the coast near Olenivka in western Crimea. In clashes with the Russian occupiers, the enemy suffered personal losses and lost equipment. A Ukrainian flag was also raised in Crimea. After that, the Ukrainian forces were withdrawn. So far, there has been no reaction from the official Russian side. Okay, but that's not... Okay, this is just in general the Ukrainian war life ticker. Oh, okay, that's why. I understand. Almost certain that Putin jet had been ordered down. It's always me. Of course it is. Of course it is. Hi, Elizabeth. And you're playing Cyberpunk. Slay. Very slay. Hi. The US think tank Institute for the Study of War assumes that Kremlin boss Putin ordered the jet with Wagner boss shoot down Prigozhin. Yes, English. That's probably just because I have the site auto-translated, though. This is almost certain. According to the daily assessments, it is extremely unlikely that parts of the Russian military would kill Prigozhin without Putin's order. Yeah, that is very unlikely. That would be a weird idea. Thank you. I wanted to see when exactly was that happening? Yeah, you have to go down somewhere to 9:30. Okay. 9:30. Hello, Prigozhin. Nice to see you again. Yeah, this is where this was happening. Moscow and Tver. And they were going to St. Petersburg. Where are you? Oh yeah, Wagner convoy. There it is. I went over you. Looking fabulous. I am. I have a feeling that I want to fly a plane, but that sounds dangerous times. Dangerous times to fly a plane, aren't they? A convoy of Wagner mercenaries is said to have set off in Belarus to leave the country. This is what the National Resistance Center of Ukraine, an organization of the Ukrainian military, claims. Some Wagner camps in Belarus were dissolved yesterday evening. The Wagner mercenaries are probably on their way to the Russian border. The center writes. Citing sources in Belarus, the information cannot be independently verified. I don't think they're gonna do anything, probably, though. I mean, maybe they're heading there, sure. What are they gonna do? They need like a new leader or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I don't think much is going to come out of it necessarily. This looks like the Wojak meme. Oh no, it's true. It does look like the Wojak meme. Prigozhin, don't Wojak at us, please don't. Yeah, we'll see if there's any updates on that, I suppose, but I don't think we're necessarily gonna get much updates on the little Wagner convoy heading towards Russia. I don't think they're gonna do very much. Probably. I'd imagine they have a backup leader. I mean, the second in command was also on the plane, but of course, there's a very complex like structure, right? There's gotta be some more people who know what to do and are able to kind of lead them. But as far as I know, the Wagner group was very much dependent on Prigozhin specifically. Like he was very much like the single leader of the whole operation, as opposed to how normal militaries work, I guess. But I'm sure they have something in place so that they know what the fuck they are supposed to be doing right now. Oh, we'll see how that develops. I don't think much happens, though. Would be funny if Wagner opened coup to Electric Boogaloo, though, and the Russian army was once again not like prepared or ready to stop him at all. That would be fun, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't think that's gonna be happening. I also heard that a few days ago, Russian diplomats traveled to African countries where Wagner operated before. So that's more evidence towards Putin being behind the plane crash. If they talked about it and if things were getting more spicy on that end, absolutely. I don't think they're prepared well for that case, though. Yeah, that is also very fair. I can definitely see how that would be a situation they were not really expecting. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Gotta keep an eye on it. Can I keep an eye on it? God, these eyes look absolutely unhinged. Look at that. This is my new favorite emoji combination, by the way. I like to put these everywhere. I find them very off-putting. Now for Germany news. Good Germany news. We're gonna be celebrating because our very, very long word got passed. I'm pretty sure. It's getting passed. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there soon. You know how it happens, slow bureaucracy and all of that. But Selbstbestimmungsgesetz, which basically means, how would I translate that the best? It starts with self. It definitely does. Self-declaration law. So that self-declaration law is kind of a one-to-one translation for that. It's a Selbstbestimmungsgesetz, which means that you yourself, as a citizen, can decide more easily if you want to change your gender on your, ID, passport, whatever, and your name as well. Which is a major slay. Let's go. Let's see what the Spiegel writes about it. Let's actually go. This is exciting news. This is good news. We should celebrate this. The cabinet introduces the new determination is good too. Determination is good as well. Self-determination law. Let's go. Woo! According to the current legal situation, people who do not identify themselves with their birth sex can only have the information adjusted after a complex procedure. The federal government now wants to simplify this because it used to be difficult. I'm not familiar too much with how it used to be in Germany. I know more about how it works in France, because I had somebody tell me about how it works in France, but if it gets easier, that's absolutely good, and I'm absolutely here for this. Hello, Angel Tail! Good news from Germany. Good trans news from Germany. So, people who do not identify with their biological gender should be able to make changes to the first name and gender assigned to them more easily in the future. But when, though? When exactly, though? The federal cabinet has now agreed on the so-called Self-Determination Act, that's a better translation than mine, which is intended to simplify the corresponding adjustments in the registry office. Literally such a simple quality of life improvement. Who could ever find fault with that? Well, we'll see who can find fault with that, but it's pretty simple. I think you need like 2 psychological reports and a court signing off on it or something. Yeah, definitely like psychological reports were involved for sure. So this would make things a lot easier. According to the draft, trans are people who do not identify or only identify with the gender that was assigned to them at birth. That is not a good translation because that makes no sense. What did you say to me? Die sich nicht oder nicht nur mit ihrem Geschlecht identifizieren that they were assigned at birth. So they either do not identify or not only identify. They literally missed a not in our translation here, or not only identify with the gender that they were assigned to at birth. Inter means having innate physical characteristics. Yeah, intersex is obviously a separate thing once again. Hello! Hey! Cloud, good news! It's good news time! You've arrived at good news time. We are here to discuss the Selbstbestimmungsgesetz being passed, which cannot be clearly classified as only male or only female according to medical standards. Non-binary is defined as a self-designation for people who identify as neither male or female. So you can now be non-binary. Soon. Well, not now, but like soon you can be. Yeah, Selbstbestimmungsgesetz has been settled yesterday. Yes! Yes, that's what we're talking about. Wasn't the news before good too, though? I mean, you could say so, but this is a huge W for... I don't think the other one does much. I don't think that has like such far-reaching consequences, honestly. I wouldn't call that like straight up good news as opposed to this one. The previous procedure, according to the transsexual law from 1981, that's so long ago, is complicated. It provides, for example, that those affected may only have their first name and gender officially changed after a psychological assessment and a court decision. You were right, Caliban. It's exactly that. You had to go to the fucking... You had to prove something in front of fucking court, too. Holy shit. Yeah, that depends on, like, how the fucking judge is feeling at the day, right? They often have to put up with very intimate questioning. In the future, however, a simple self-disclosure at the registry office should be sufficient. Slay, 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 slay. According to the draft, the change must be registered 3 months before the declaration. Okay. What does that mean? Love saying okay. Die Änderung muss dem Entwurf zufolge 3 Monate vor der Erklärung angemeldet werden. Okay, so like it takes 3 months. You go there, you're like, hey, I want to have mail on my thingy now. And it takes 3 months to do that, I guess. Slay though. Big slay. Trans rights, POG. Finally. Finally, Germany. Thank you. For children under 14, the parents should be able to submit the necessary declaration at the office. Okay, they're allowed to do this. Young people aged 14 and over can do this themselves. Hey, this starts at 14. That's pretty good, I think. But only with the consent of their parents. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Is maybe fair enough. I don't know. If there are conflicts within the family, the court can make the decision. Okay, yeah, that'll still be a complicated process then if you're not 18 yet, but I see that. And that's it. Yup, I have some reactions from Twitter and all of that. The CDU and the AfD are big mad. Of course they are. They're super big mad. I searched on Twitter. It's trending right now, right? Hashtag Selbstbestimmungsgesetz is trending on German Twitter right now. And literally, people trending with this, and it was the official AfD account. Like, God, learn how to shut the fuck up. You are so insufferable. You are so annoying. So, but this is a Germany W. This is 100% a Germany W. We are getting that W here. The self-determination law has already been agreed between the traffic light partners, that's our current coalition, SPD, the Green Party, and the FDP, in the coalition agreement. Federal Minister of Justice Marco Buschmann, FDP, has justified the reform in the past with corresponding decision of the Federal Constitutional Court, according to which the legal situation applicable through the Transsexual Act did not sufficiently do justice to the right to self-determination. So true. Schland W, Deutsch W, let's go! Also, there was a little poll here that I voted on. Would have voted green in this little poll so they can, see that. Buschmann had also referred to the psychological stress on those affected who do not feel they belong to the gender entered in the birth register. These went through difficult and stressful phases of finding their identity and still encountered an appalling degree of prejudice, as we could see by the responses over on, the Bird app, while the state treated them as if something was wrong with them, said Buschmann. The draft law aims to change that. I like how it says the union. Oh no, the union fears arbitrariness in gender assignment. Oh my god, imagine that. What great harm will befall our country if there is arbitrariness in gender assignment. Can you imagine? The union criticized the bill. Of course they did. The interests of all those affected are taken seriously and are open to a pragmatic adjustment of the procedure for changing the name or marital status of transgender people, said the spokeswoman for family policy for the CDU-CSU parliamentary group, Sylvia Breher, on a DPA news agency. However, the law provides for a complete separation of legal and biological sex. Yeah, as they should be. As they should be. It's like, what the hell? An arbitrary category is arbitrary? You must be kidding me. Don't tell me there's a difference between gender and biological sex. What? You crazy. You crazy. We resolutely reject such arbitrariness in gender assignment. Why, though? Said Breher. Okay, get a grip, Breher. I don't know. There's also a secondary article that I thought went over something additional to this, but we'll see. We'll glance over it. It's about Menschenwürde, which is a core tenet of our constitution. It's about human dignity. Simple as that. Obviously, gender is already assigned in an arbitrary way at birth. Yeah, like it's already arbitrary. Understand this, please. Yeah, it's a big misunderstanding. The right to self-determination is supposedly gender ideology. That is the big misunderstanding, as is now being heard from critics from the Union or the AfD. When they think of gender, these critics think of male and female. There doesn't seem to be anything else for them. Luckily, life is more colorful than black and white. Truly. Even Artikel 1 spilled. Me too. If they don't like the fact gender assignment is arbitrary, they should just abolish gender. Yeah, right? Seems like a logical conclusion, honestly. They're gonna loop back around to being based again with if they follow their reasoning logically, but they don't. Biological sex and gender are two different things. They don't have to match, and it's not up to the state and politicians to judge. True. Speak the truth, Tagesschau. Speak the truth. There are people who do not want to assign themselves to any gender, others who feel they are in the wrong gender, for instance. The state has so far treated these people as if they were sick. Federal Minister of Justice Marco Buschmann is now correctly stating, you are not sick, you are not abnormal, and that is an important advance towards human dignity. Duh. Yeah. The Union and the AfD are the ones who believe in gender ideology, and humans, for them, humans have to be forced into this ideology that's male and female only, and you cannot ever change that. And then they turn around and accuse the opposition of doing what they're actually doing. As always, every accusation is a confession. We know how this works. We're familiar. We've been around the ropes. It's a rare FDPW, though. Yeah, true. They're like, I guess this doesn't concern them much. This is one of those issues where the libertarians are like, yeah, sure, whatever, do what you want, I suppose. Yeah, I think this is definitely a good change, because, like, there's literally no downsides. Any sort of perceived downsides are literally imaginary. I don't see how this could be a problem a real problem for anybody, but I mean, you know. They can find problems in there, obviously. With the law, the traffic light lives up to its own claim to modernize the rule of law, but that took longer than planned and has become more complicated than necessary. It seems as if the government wants to regulate each individual case in advance just to accommodate the critics. That's something that the German government does a lot. Yeah, we'll figure out, like, when, for example, it actually goes into effect and all of that, but we'll see. These critics often work with insinuations and false assumptions, as if men now went to the registry office in rows and had their gender changed only to then gape in the woman's sauna. That's something for us. I don't know why they're bringing up the sauna and not the bathrooms, which is really odd, because I always thought that most saunas were mixed gender. Like, I haven't been to a sauna since I was in kindergarten, but okay. I always thought most saunas were mixed gender. I didn't know that there was many, if any, only female or only male saunas. Also fucking saunas. What are you gonna do? Saunas? Really? It's so funny that Germany is choosing saunas instead of bathrooms to make their little scapegoat. But same rule apply. They are projecting as always saunas. Yeah, saunas are always mixed. I don't know of many saunas that are not mixed gender. Kind of really odd, you know? As if people who have experienced discrimination are now looking for conflict, right? As if minors were changing their sex en masse because it's the trend. They literally can't. That's something that we learned from the other article. They need a parent's permission or a court ruling still if they are between the ages of 14 and 18. So, and if the parents carelessly had the gender entry of their baby changed shortly after the birth of the child, yeah, it starts at 14, so nobody can do that either, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the ones where you're like where people are fully naked, but that too. Okay, Germany is a bit different, right? I mean, in Germany there's also FKK beaches. There is spaces where Germans are absolutely naked, and it be like that. Yeah, everyone is fully naked in the sauna in Germany. That is normal. That is normal indeed. It's just the US like prude spaces influencing us, I guess. Yeah, it's really like a copy of the United States, honestly. They're copying the United States 1-to-1. The reaction is the absolute same as the United States reaction to more trans rights being passed. It's insane. Yeah, don't worry about it, Ronnie. You don't know. You're not German yet. You don't know. Of course, the state must guarantee fundamental rights. The right to self-determination is not only a socio-political necessity, but also a legal one. The Federal Constitutional Court has repeatedly overturned parts of the previous transsexual law. For this reason alone, new rules are overdue. Yeah, if you keep running into issues with the old ones, definitely do. You are here, Baphomet! Hello, Baphomet. The Bundestag should decide quickly. Yeah, when is this gonna happen? This law doesn't take anything away from anybody, it doesn't impose anything on anyone, but it makes life easier for a group. Numerically, that might be a small one, but the self-determination law is essentially about the question of how much the state guarantees human dignity and the free development of personality for everyone. True. Real and true. The critics should take a look at the first article of the Grundgesetz of our constitution. Yes, I agree. Comments always reflect the opinion of the respective author and not that of the editors. Yes. Correct. We have Fasching, where Germans wear costumes, including cross-dressing, very traditional, not a conservative fearmonger about drag. It does come from the United States. It's really true. The United States are hugely influential, not only like through like brute force, but also how would you say, in subtext, I guess, or subconsciously, I suppose. Cultural influence is what the United States have so much of. Like, all the fucking movies we consume are from the United States. All the TV shows we consume are from the United States. A lot of the news we consume are dealing with the United States. And yeah, I like having a global world where we know what's going on in the entire world. But obviously, when the arguments against laws that are being passed around here are copied and pasted 1-to-1 from the United States, you exactly know what's going on. Soft power, yes, they have hella soft power, so much of it. It's true. So, like, there's obviously, immediately you can see, there's the headline. Sorry, can you show this to me? The headline, when I searched up the articles that I was reading to you earlier, the headline from the Bild, which is our far-right outlet, is Selbstbestimmungsgesetz. Oh no, are men gonna be allowed to go into the women's sauna? I find it very funny, though, that Germany is getting caught up on the sauna specifically. Like, who even goes to the sauna anymore? And also, they're usually mixed. What is up with you? This law will come into effect not as early as November next year. Oh, Jesus. That is a while away. That is a while away still. Germany, be quicker with your laws, please, a little bit. Oh, Angel has a friend in Germany who often envies her American friends for having a great rave culture, though. There's okay. Like, if you live in bigger cities, you have a pretty nice rave culture in Germany. We'll have to point out how Germany is ahead, at least, in trans politics and protect her and other trans folks. Well, we're trying to get there. We are trying to get there, but we're not quite there yet. We're working on it. Catching heat in the sauna, for real. Catching heat in the sauna. So why are we focusing on the fucking sauna? I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter, but I only put one tweet in here because obviously this is mainly a W, and we don't have to focus on everybody making the same claims that they always make when it's about any sort of law like this being passed. It's always the bathroom question. It's always the sauna question, apparently. The sauna question wouldn't come up in America. They don't do that. Look at this fucking meme and tell me this doesn't doesn't look like a carbon copy out of America. My parents in the 80s, we should move into the city and establish a family. Yes, in the city I have better jobs. Me in 2023. Oh, today the the self-declaration law is supposed to be passed. We have to move as far away from this clown world as we can and become self-sufficient, me and my Aryan family. Jesus Christ. Do you see yourself? You're the goofiest Chad Wojaks out there. It's so fucking goofy. It is so goofy. I should share some, like, I should ask my friend. And my friend knows more about rave culture in Germany than I do. I should get to talking to my friend and they can tell you some. Gotta combine a British mother tongue and an accent of a redneck and say the phrase. Oh, that sounds difficult. Baphomet. British. You gotta put British in there and you gotta put redneck in there. I can't do both at the same time, I don't think. And neckbeards are thinking they're the Chad white men. It's literally that. I'm sure you don't, little bro, you don't look like that. Do you have, I don't know if you have this family that you're imagining. I think this is all role-playing online, honestly. Long German sentences scare me. Very fair. Me too. Me too, Thel. That is absolutely real. Yeah, but I agree though. If they want to isolate themselves somewhere in the mountains in Bavaria or something, they can go ahead and do that. I'm not against that. Go, be free. Be in the mountains. As long as you don't bother me, I don't care, you know? You can go off and live in the mountains. Other things I've seen under the same hashtag. Now, see, the hashtag's still trending. I'm sure nobody's gonna post porn here, right? AfD is at the very top of the hashtag, obviously. Obviously, they're chilling at the very top. Another thing I've seen is about... this one is too complicated if you don't speak German. I'm not even gonna get onto it. Okay, I don't want to see anything weird, okay? I don't want to see any weird pictures. Can I just scroll until I get into the one post that I had a commentary on? Oh yeah, they did post absolutely weird shit in here, I forget. Of course, the AfD is checking if they can do anything against this law. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Redneck, I ain't finna move. I ain't finna move a shit. You're catching these hands, boys. Yeah, this is my redneck accent. I like being in the mountains, and I don't want to be people like that here. Well, true. I also would prefer it if they just removed themselves from all of society instead. But, you know, just like, I don't know, live under the ocean. Atlantis too, but for right-wingers. Oh. Bioshock. Bioshock reference. That sort of thing, you know? Perhaps. Yeah, if you scroll too deep into Twitter, that's not a good idea. I'm trying to find one specific post that I saw earlier when I was scrolling Twitter, but I didn't know if I wanted to include it or not, and now I think I should have just included it. But alas, they don't want to show me it again. It was basically a post. Ah, there it is. Of course, it's another fucking AfD post. We're not surprised. Doesn't even in Florida. That will be Florida in 50 years. I mean, they are sinking, so maybe they will be Atlantis. Would you kindly go live under the sea? That's a suggestion. I mean, people are thinking about that. If you scroll Twitter scrolls back. It's true. Oh yeah, that reminds me, actually, now that I'm tabbed out, that's easy. As someone who lives in the mountains and there's lots of cults forming and self-relying people, yeah, it's not fun. Oh Jesus, true though. Actually, there's a cult nearby my friends that I'm gonna go visit soon. So maybe it's not a good idea. I should tell them to go live under the sea instead. I'm totally a redneck partner. We all know this partner. I need like a persona like Hank Pecker is for Hassan Piker. I want a Hank Pecker persona. I need that for the upcoming elections in the United States. I need it. I was in Zell am See snowboarding in February, and there was a small hut at the top of the mountain flying a pride flag and serving the best Käsespätzle. Aww. I want to go. Let's all buy submersibles. They should all buy submersibles. I think that would be good. That would be a good idea for them. You know, just live in your little underwater sea. That's what I'm trying to say with that. Nothing else, obviously. Hoo-wee. How to partner. What they're talking about here is absolute garbage as well, as we read before. They're saying, oh no, our government with this new law, they're taking the parenting rights away from the parents. But as we just read in the fucking article, no, they're literally not. Children, and even after the age of 14 till 18, still need their parents' permission to do this, or they have to go to court. Children could always go to court if they're being abused at home. Like, that's no news here. That's nothing new here. Abusing your children was always not allowed, and they could contact the police and stuff like that. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it is very much possible. That was always a thing. This doesn't change anything about how you can parent your children whatsoever, you know? Not the submersibles, partner. And also, Kindererziehung is actually very good if raising your children is a communal effort. Actually, that is a good thing. That used to always be the thing back in the day. Back in the day. It was a community effort raising children, and that was good. That's how we were like hardwired to be. They don't believe in parental rights. They just hate trans kids. Of course, that is the actual truth behind the lies that they put forward, where they say, oh no, educating our children, that is the parents' jobs and not our government. But actually, it's also kind of the government's job. The government should take care of your children. I think it's a good thing if the government makes sure that your children have rights and, you know, food to eat. Oh, we need a redneck outfit. Imagine we get a redneck outfit. That will be something, eh? Also, hi, Bro Dragon. Welcome to stream. By the way, back in the day when Zecke was still a small techlet. True. I need the whole persona, the redneck persona, for the election, the upcoming one. It's just, it's very dumb because the law doesn't even talk about this in any way whatsoever. You still have as much authority about your children as you had before. It's the same thing. Yeah, like feeding your children during school lunch. It's actually pretty good when your government gives a shit about your children. Like, I don't see how you can be against the fact that your government wants your kid to have rights. Unless, of course, you want to violate the rights of your child. Oh no, what a shock. That's so surprising to me that is actually what you want to do. Oh, for Halloween. Halloween's pretty soon, though. I'll have to see. They're lying and they're twisting the facts in order to create a hysteria amongst the people, obviously, as always. Fear-mongering does the job. Fear-mongering does it. So just say they're taking away all of your rights as a parent. You cannot choose what your children do anymore, and the evil government systems, like public schools or whatever, will indoctrinate them into this evil cult where they will twist their minds and whatever the fuck they're saying. You should make a dung beetle avatar for that. A dung beetle would be very appropriate. You're right. I'll kill me. I will come in hard with the redneck persona. I'll just have to workshop it a little bit. It does need to be a different bug. It cannot be Zecke because that's too politically charged in the other direction. That doesn't work. But we need like a good old-fashioned conservative redneck top persona if we want to cover Trump news when they're pertinent again, right? I think so, partner. I think so. They were posting a lot of weird shit under this hashtag, by the way. I can't show you all of that, but there's a lot of it's often the same image, and it's not great. I mean, all of these are not great. People are literally posting Nazi shit left and right, obviously. If you agree with the leftists, but you disagree with the right-wingers, then you're part of the problem, says a Nazi, I guess. Like, what is your point? You're making Nazi talking points. It's like, wow, if you're a leftist and you're not a Nazi, then you are a problem. Okay, sure, whatever. It's a German Texas fusion accent. That's my accent. You need to work on your accent. My accent's perfect. Thank you very much. This is how all Americans talk, okay? This is how all Americans talk, alright? It was so funny to me when they were all talking about this big vegan cult or something because Özdemir serves vegan vegetarian food in his office. The state wants to convert us. That is absolutely insane. But yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that they would say that. That fits right in there. What? This person is making this decision for himself and he's a politician? Oh my god. They want to outlaw meat in Germany. Meat is no longer allowed under the green dictatorship in Germany. I can see that. I can see that very vividly. No, my country girl ass don't talk like that. Well, actually you do. Actually, you do. Now you know. When the Green bought Green Khmer. Khmer? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Obviously, it's the green dictatorship in Germany. We should all know that. That's why we're living in like a leftist paradise. Obviously. It's just the leftists that haven't caught on to that fact yet, probably. For some weird reason. Almost like it's not true. Thank you. Thank you, Purple. I know, my accent's perfect and there's nothing I need to workshop on it because it is, in fact, already absolutely perfect. Thank you very much again. So, nonetheless, despite, of course, the weird rightoid reaction over on Twitter, because they'll always be there, this is a huge W, and it's slowly but surely coming to actually, you know, be a law that's in effect. Not apparently, we're still gonna have to wait more than a year for it, which is a pretty big bummer, but, you know, at least it's coming at all. Any step towards it is a good step, even if it takes a while. Rightoid is a fun word. I stole it from Xander Hall. I don't think, no, there's no definition for it. Or maybe the definition thing just doesn't work in here. I don't know. But rightoid is a fun word that I've stolen from Xander Hall. Selbstbestimmungsgesetz, let's go. I got that, got a little twang, got a little southern twang. Yeah, that's me, partner. What's up? What's up with you, partner? I'm from the South of America, partner. Obviously. Partner. As long as you say partner in every sentence, you're already right. I'm gonna take a little getting water break, and then I'll be right back with some art, some weird old YouTuber news about Fusi, and then we're gonna watch a new Saki video, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then that'll be that, I think. Where's the bourbon? Where's the bourbon and the whiskey? Don't forget the whiskey, partner. You gotta remember the whiskey, partner. I'm gonna be peacing out, partner. I'll be right back. It won't take long. I'll get some water and maybe have a pee break. We'll see. Thank you very much. I'll be right back. Partner. Partner. Wait, what's this? What's this? What's happening? What is happening here? Is there fire? Some of you guys are a bit cold, I see. Are you experiencing frostbite? Is this what you're trying to tell me? Are you experiencing frostbite? Are you alright? Not going against a fire flow, how could you? How dare you? Also, thank you for the super angel. I appreciate it. Scatter, run quick. You better run, or unless. Run for your lives, gamers. I'm back. I have returned. We, the Green, will change your whole country as we please. It will only take 200, 100, or 200 years, and it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we control nearly nothing. That's their evil plan. You don't get it. That's their evil plan. I love Peepo Run. Peepo Run is the silliest emote, and I love it a lot. In the absence of the takeaway starts fires. Honestly, I think that's a pretty good sign. That's a pretty good sign that this community is pretty solid. You know, arsonists, I usually do fuck with arsonists very much, so it's a good sign. I'm in favor of this. I've gotten water, so Maxi can never yell at me again for being unhealthy. I'm not unhealthy, I'm super healthy. I'm super duper tip top healthy, actually, as a matter of fact. Thank you very much. So, this sleigh is behind us, and now we go to something. This is not really anything, but I wanted to tell you about it because, what? What? This is cool fan art. Okay. So, I saw this while I was scrolling Twitter, right? I'm friends with many arsonists. Sleigh. Based. Want my money. I ain't leaving till I get it. Your money partner? I ain't got no money for your partner. So this person is a fan artist on Twitter, and they posted this piece of art on Twitter, which is Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter covered in blood. You know, it's art. It's art. YouTube, this is art. This is a drawing, obviously. Very nice rim lighting. I really like the rim lighting. Very sharp rendering. Very cool. I just don't tell Maxi what I do. That's how you win. I didn't tell Maxi either, but my chat did. So rude. I will never allow them to talk again. And it looks so cool. But apparently people have been seeing something else here. Something else in this artwork. The person wrote, it does not look like Hitler, right? Right? Please tell me I'm right. I don't think that it looks like Hitler, personally. Do I have a serial killer fetish? Some of them are interesting, some of them are not. I think it really depends. It depends from serial killer to serial killer. I thought it was Bond. Right, I don't think it looks like Hitler. I think if you look at this, and your first thought is Hitler, something is wrong with you. The Hitler particles in your brain have accumulated too much. I don't think this is Mustache Guy at all. Like, the face is completely different. Like, he didn't look like this, honestly. Now, you wrote Himmler. Himmler was a different guy. I only take the mandatory Twitch breaks, and I just sit there. Oh no. I look at this picture. If you look at the picture in 144p, it looks a little bit like Hitler. I don't see it. Oh my god, you did see? Okay, some people see it, but I honestly did not see it. If you look at it in low quality, you could see it. I'm trying to squint my eyes because I can't turn the quality. An AU version? Like, I mean, obviously it would have to be Buff Hitler, which didn't exist, first of all. Now, we're gonna say this name a lot, and I don't know if YouTube's gonna like this, but people are saying that. And I have a couple of commentaries. First of all, you could see elf ears. I could see an elf ear here. I wouldn't have jumped to Hitler in my brain. Maybe it's because I know Hannibal. Like, I've seen this scene before. I know what this is referencing. Maybe that's why I'm just over there instead. But also, like, God, this must suck for the artist. Imagine you did this art, and then all the comments start being like, with the noseblood being where it is. I thought it was Hitler for a second. And then they done yassified Hitler. I need to stop saying this name, maybe. I don't know. I only really started seeing the evil mustache man after they brought it up, and then it kind of does, but like in low lighting. I mean, you could interpret it as that, I guess, but I didn't really see it at first. And then everybody is in the comments like, posting the weirdest shit ever. What the fuck kind of post is this supposed to be? The fact that it looks like, can we find like a synonym? I think I can say it, but I don't know how often I can say it per minute until YouTube's like, hello, are you okay? What are you talking about? Until Mustache Man, right? Looks like Mustache Man just makes it better. Does it? No, it doesn't. Also, first of all, it doesn't really look like him that much. Second of all, no, why does it make it better? Why does it make it better? You sent it in there in low quality. Okay, I'll go peek at it. Honestly, even then I don't really see it. Thank you for the low quality picture though. Thank you. I think it's honestly just because I know, I feel like this one looks even more like Mads Mikkelsen to me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me though. Mustache Man, it's just say hit her instead. I think YouTube would be even more confused about that. Maybe it's just because I know Mads Mikkelsen very much. Just call him der Österreicher. Poor Austrians, dude. But it would be accurate. So all of the replies are basically that. That face when someone fucks up the lives of millions of your country less than 100 years ago, and there's already people doing fan art. It says Hannibal. It says Hannibal right there. Like, shut the fuck up. Somebody thought it was, again, this one says it looks like the medic from Team Fortress. More Mustache Man jokes, always. Little known fact, also dope on the mic. And this one is, I like this comment because I know what this is referencing. It just looks like a random generic murder man too. Like in pixelated as well. I don't know. I wouldn't personally see Hitler immediately. Is it AI art? No, I don't think it is. I think this person posts work in progresses. It looks very smooth, but I don't think it's AI art. Wait, do you post anything sussy on your thing? It looks very smooth, but I think they do post work in progresses. No, wait, this is something that they like. This is not their actual art. I want to go further down in their thingy. Come on. Like, this is a work in progress, I think. I think they just paint like that. This is a real-time tutorial, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the tutorial. Yeah, and this is Hannibal Lecter from the TV series, from the NBC TV series. Can you imagine though being this artist and everything's just full of these comments? I would be so unhappy about that. I would be very, very unhappy about that for obvious reasons. It's Mads Mikkelsen Hannibal, yeah. Just gave the stream content. Would you want to fly a small plane? Flying a small plane sounds fun though, because you're able to control the plane yourself. How does that look like the medic? I don't know. I don't know what the medic from Team Fortress looks like, to be honest, so I don't know. I'd be laughing my ass off, really. I mean, it can be funny too, but at some point it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? And then if you get like weirdo comments where it's like claiming that you made fan art of the Mustache Man instead of it just being like, oh, this kind of looks like this, then I would be getting a little bit more concerned. Don't forget the Silence of the Lamb, but that's a different guy. Maybe this is sort of a Rorschach test. I mean, I know that I'm politics pilled. I know I'm politics pilled. But maybe I'm too politics pilled to be seeing the Mustache Man here, because I have a clearer image in my mind of what he actually looks like, which I think just like head shape and nose shape wise, he looks quite different. Eye shape wise. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs was Anthony Hopkins, and NBC's Hannibal was Mads Mikkelsen. Maybe I thought it was a different person because I don't know anything about Hannibal too. Yeah, I think probably. Oh, you like the model with the halo and everything? Thank you. I made it recently. Maybe it's because I also know the actual series a lot. And then they posted the fixed version, or the version that's supposed to look less like the Mustache Man, just changed the blood a little bit. So probably that should fix it. Just removed the blood and moved it a little bit to the side. I don't know. Now that people have been seeing it, maybe they're still gonna go forth. And I don't know. I know. Oh my god. Is it gay panic? That's the only panic I want to ever invoke in anybody ever, of course. That's it. Now please leave me be. Was the statement of the artist on my birthday, by the way. Oh my god, we got this redraw on my birthday. I was just thinking about this because it came across my timeline and I wanted to know other people's opinion on it. Does it look like Mustache Man or does it not look like Mustache Man? Well, maybe. The Hannibal in the series, they are the same character, yes, but their circumstances are a bit different in the show. You know, he's not captured in the show, so it would be earlier, I suppose. Then and they're played by a different person is the thing. I also don't really think it looks like Mustache Man. I thought this was gonna be Purple Guy from FNAF or something. I mean, now that is a good response. You should always see Purple Guy from FNAF in anything that you look at, especially if they're murderers. If you focus your mind on Mustache Man, then you will see Mustache Man. That is also very true. Now that the thought is in people's mind, I don't know if you can fix it. Like, people who want to see Mustache Man are still gonna see Mustache Man. People who didn't think of Mustache Man and instead were fans of the show, I'm sure already didn't really see Mustache Man to begin with, like myself. So that was just something I wanted to touch on a little bit because it was all over my Twitter, so I needed to. I needed to touch on it. I see Paul Blart. Let's go. It's actually Paul Blart Mall Cop. That's that Paul Blart Mall Cop. Man, yes. Sometimes I have very weird associations in my brain where I only know the names of two things and how they're connected vaguely and not actually what they are. So I try to make references, but I'm not 100% sure if it's even true. Do you guys remember Fusi? Let's touch on Fusi real quick and then move on to Nusagi, because I'm very curious what his video entails. I hope it's content. It might not be content. If it's not content, I know his previous video could definitely be content. I did already watch that though. But, you know, moving on. Paul Blart. Make the picture very LGBT somehow and nobody will see the Österreicher anymore. Fair. Yeah, it is. Actually, the show is very gay. The show is extremely gay, but like, not that they don't run around with pride flags in their hands. Just Photoshop pride flags into their hands. So this was going on yesterday. Yeah, yesterday on stream. Fusi was streaming from a hotel room and basically called the cops on himself, saying to them stuff like he had a weapon and he was like holding, like he had suicidal ideation or something. He didn't have a weapon as far as I know. I don't know what the reason for this was, but it's basically one part of his big spiral breakdown that he's been having, that everybody's been cheering on and seeing millions and millions of times and bookmarking thousands of times. I mean, I bookmarked it too for this time. Photoshop a pride flag tattoo. That'll do it. That'll do it. What has happened to Fusi, right? I remember Shark talking. Oh, Shark talked about him. Yeah, he was boxing for a while. He was on a couple of journeys, I think, during the last years, and now he's here.
He's a stalker.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't fucking know.
Apparently Fusi is thinking that he's being stalked at the moment. I don't know if that is true or not, obviously, but that is why he called the cops on himself in order to get them to investigate his stalking case.
I have his address.
Sorry, he's a bit loud.
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago.
He's a little loud. Sorry. Yeah, he's a little manic.
You guys are dumb as fuck, man.
But once he's being arrested and or detained, we don't know if he's actually arrested or just detained, he is being pretty calm.
You guys are literally dumb as fuck. Oh, y'all. Hey, record this. Security, come in here now.
Very angry.
Yo, for my protection, come in here. He can't come in? Y'all are fucked. I'm suing all y'all. My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? You're fucked.
We cannot follow his train of thought. His train of thought is unfollowable. He's basically just breaking apart and people are cheering it on. And you know where that sort of shit can lead. If people cheer it on enough and nobody intervenes. But then again, of course, it's not the viewers' jobs to intervene.
Hey!
Oh yeah, Dark Horse by Katy Perry is playing.
Hey, free food! I don't...
This is kind of hard to watch. I honestly agree. This is quite the downfall. He needs serious help, but the internet loves pushing him further and further. Exactly. That's what the problem with this is. This was live streamed to Kick, I think, and I watched a video of Charlie talking about this too, and he mentioned this as well. The fucking site that was live streaming this, there was a lot of people in there, so there's no way that they weren't aware that this was happening. They should have 100% shut down this live stream before it escalated like that. People who are performing acts that are dangerous to their own life, that must be against some sort of like TOS. I feel like calling the cops on you and saying that you have a weapon and everything, that is basically swatting yourself. That could have resulted in something much worse if he was being more erratic, or if the cops had like a bad day and they kind of felt like, you know how cops are. If they kind of felt like it, this could have ended super duper poorly for him, like right then, right there. I think the site totally has a responsibility to shut this sort of shit down and not capitalize off of his mental breakdown, right? Fucking Kick. Yeah, they love cheering on mental anguish. It's true. He called the cops on himself, I think, because he's like thinking about a stalker, as far as I know. Maybe if you watch the entire stream, you would know more about it, but I don't feel like watching all of that. He wanted them to come. I think they weren't taking his claim seriously before, so that's why he forced them to come, basically, by claiming he had a weapon and he would turn it on himself. Because then they do have to come. The cops do have to come if that's a claim that they're making. Problem is that in that situation, the police should contact a professional social worker. Yeah, familiar with the situation like that. But they never do. They never do. Police are called onto mental health crises, and they never know how to deal with it, and that's how people end up dead. That's how people end up dead all the time. Somebody's having like a breakdown, threatening to hurt themselves or others, and people call the police because they don't know who else to call in emergencies like that. Okay, like it's not the firefighters, I'm not gonna call them. Who am I gonna call? I guess I'm gonna call the police. Bad idea. They don't know how to deal with that, and in the worst case scenario, somebody dies in those sorts of cases. It has happened before, and it can happen again. It's not good. Destiny's worst nightmare, social worker. Not a good thing happening. Kiki, you should know better than that. You'd think, right? You'd think, but they're just here. They're happy that this guy is driving views to them, and that they can profit off of mental health going awry. This is similar, I think, to the situation with Etika all those years ago. That was a couple years ago, right? I wasn't really following that situation very closely, but he was basically having mental breakdowns on stream as well, and people were cheering it on for entertainment. Keemstar especially was cheering it on all day, every day. I wonder if Keemstar said anything about this yet. Dude, if Keemstar gets into contact with Fusi at all, you know it's fucking over. It's so over. Because I think we all probably know how the Etika situation ended, right? Not good. And Keemstar was egging it on every single, like, opportunity that he got. And did he ever face any consequences for that? No, of course not. No consequences for him. And that's a similar sort of situation going on right now, I think. Yeah, they need a mental health professional that is able to talk some sense into him, or, like, you know, not just arrest him. Keemstar literally played a part in Etika's death and still has faced zero consequences for that and is still on the internet even after all the things that he does. Keemstar is a fucking pest. So true. And maybe the issue of police quotas could also be discussed here. Police wants to make arrests. They're incentivized to do so. True. Like, they have a much better time if they just make an arrest rather than, I don't know, handling the situation in any sort of way. Although probably here, specifically here, had them detaining him was probably not the worst thing that could have happened. I don't know what happened after that, of course. I don't know if he's been arrested or just detained. I still think we don't know that, but once we hear back from him, I guess we'll see. I have no context for these people that you're talking about. Only Keemstar is like a big streamer. Keemstar is a big streamer, big YouTube content creator, big asshole. Etika used to make gaming content a lot until he became very delusional, probably potentially associated with like bipolar episodes of like mania, that sort of behavior, where he basically thought he was God and he couldn't die, and you know, manic episodes can lead to suicidal behavior, and Keemstar was egging it on every step of the way. That was basically the long and short of it, until it culminated in, well, Etika passing away. Yeah, the internet loves to mess with people with mental health issues. It's very, 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 very true. That's a similar situation as what happened with Chris Chan, right? Chris Chan, at some point, while not being a good person, is also just a mentally ill individual, mentally handicapped individual as well, who's on the internet posting shit and being messed with all the time, basically, since Chris Chan became a public figure on the internet to begin with. Absolutely, like, persecuted by people who just wanted to get a rise out of them in order to I don't know, derive entertainment, I guess. Yeah. Same thing with Rainer Winkler as well, our personal German Christian. And yeah, those people are absolute assholes. Yes, they are horrible people as well. They did horrible things, especially fucking Drachenlord has said some shit, and you know, that you do not have to agree with. But persecuting somebody and like doxing in some cases, sometimes they also just give out their addresses, of course, but in other cases it becomes doxing. Yeah, that's not a way to deal with people either, just because it's fucking funny. You should know not to do that, shouldn't you? This is why the only good NOS site is an internet nihilistic NOS site. Of course. JK. Slash J, actually. The internet is a good outlet for people being evil. People are evil anyway, right? People have a great capability to be evil, right? But on the internet, they get a lot of incentive for doing it easily and anonymously. Anonymously is a great factor, right? That's why 4chan is so big as well. If you can be evil anonymously, a lot of people now currently will jump on that. And that is pretty sad, isn't it? All the trolls in the Chris Chan sagas were always anonymous people. Like, nobody knows that much about them. Now we know the identity of some of the trolls, but back in the day, you know, they didn't have to worry about consequences for themselves at all. Why even try socialism when people are shit anyway, though? Well, maybe people would be less shit under socialism. Gave them too much power. In fact, the internet is the yin and yang. If you think about it, it's an amplifier. It's an amplifier for what's going on. I think that's always what I like to think about it as. Same with certain parts of the internet, like TikTok. People say, "Oh, TikTok is so evil. Anything that happens on TikTok is just the worst of the worst." But there's also very normal people on TikTok. It just amplifies human behavior. The internet in general does, I think. But moving on to another internet personality, this may, depending on how interesting the video is, this is gonna take up the whole rest of the hour or not. We will see. Given different incentives via different systems, i.e. socialism, people might be less inclined to be evil. Although I'm still undecided on if there would not be any evil people anymore, if they didn't have incentive, because the incentive of bullying people who give you funny reactions, I don't know how exactly I would be able to tie that back to capitalism specifically, but a lot of like crime and other things that are considered evil would definitely be solved under a different system. I do think that. So Nusagi has been uploading a new video, and I'm just sincerely interested in it because it says he wrote communist in the title. And you know, are you attracting me with that? VTuber historian gets political. He says, my political opinions in the VTuber industry. What exactly that title means, I'm not sure, but I would love to know, because he put communist over his eyes. Are you actually a communist, or are you joking with me? Because you're getting my hopes up here. Probably just joking, though. There will still be evil under socialism, but it will be down by a function. I would think so too. I would agree with that, I think. Yeah, everything's content now. That's actually well, not a fun way of looking at it, but an informative way of looking at it, right? Because it is. Everything has been like contentanized. You can make content out of everything. It's perfect clickbait for me. It's like, oh my god, communist. I bet he's not a communist. But I'm very interested in what he's gonna say nonetheless. I watched this video where he says the worst kinds of VTubers, and then he kind of talks around certain issues a little bit. He talks a lot about political statements in VTubing and how he says it has no place in VTubing. So that was already a pretty political video, I would say. And then he goes into his politics next. It's interesting. Why are you doing all of this right now? I'm very, very confused, very interested. The word communist attracts Zecke the same way light attracts moth. This is correct. $10 he isn't. No, I also think he isn't. I also think he is not. I would be very surprised if he was. Though. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll watch it now. I need to know. Is this in reply to the other one? Probably. Are we gonna speed you up a little bit? A little bit. Maybe. A little bit. I mean, I have time, but... You bet half a buck that he is a communist. Let's go. Good question. We'll figure it out. Are you loud enough?
Video the other day that has a segment where I say that V-tweeters, due to their inherently political nature, are pretty shit.
Okay, see, that's a good sum up for the other video. He talked about V-tweeters, which, by the way, stupid term. It's people who want to get into VTubing but are currently on Twitter. I guess that would be the description. Don't need to have a term for that, but whatever, sure. V-tweeters. Apparently, they're inherently political. I didn't know that, and I don't think that fits the definition. But okay, VTubers I cannot speak. V-tweeters is a hard word, okay? V-tweeters are apparently inherently political and therefore inherently bad. I don't understand how they are, like, why are they all political? That doesn't really make any sense to me, but whatever, sure, okay. It's also weird, right? Like, why, yeah, some people are just on Twitter and they're like, I'm gonna start VTubing soon, but, you know, right now I'm on Twitter because I don't have time to VTube yet. Okay, sure, whatever. VTubers when? Next year is legalized. Everything is maybe it's actually the base take of everything is political, but I don't think so because he said they're shit because of that. So let's see. Let's see what he actually has to say though. I'm interested.
I don't like them. And while politics cannot be avoided because it's present in everything...
See, he actually did concede that point last time. He did concede that point last time, which I thought was pretty based. He did say politics is in everything. So why do you not... Wait, you concede the point that politics is a part of everything, which is true, I agree with you. But why do you think they're shitty for talking about politics then, if it's in everything? Communist confirmed. Fuck, you're gonna lose $10.
There are special occasions or exceptions where something political can be discussed in this industry, like if a certain VTuber or their community are generally being open-minded or mature, or if they're just shitposting. People generally don't want to be lectured or be introduced to politics in the same volatile, unnuanced, and narrow-minded way that it normally is in real life. People come to VTubers for entertainment, not to be preached upon how one should think or feel or act, and the overwhelming majority would rather keep it that way. But I suppose that the irony there is that in my stance of wanting VTubing to be mostly politics-free, the opinion itself is political.
Oh my god, wait, is he being based? Oh my god, I put based next to it in the title for the docket, kind of low-key, a little bit ironically, but this sounds pretty based so far, yeah. You wanting there to be no politics in VTubing is political. You're right about that. Are you actually my based comrade in my soul? Can I turn you into somebody who I actually vibe with? I come to Zecke to get preached to. I mean, look at the halos behind me, obviously. I'm here for a church. I'm sorry, I came to be preached to. You both agree. Let's go. Slay, you are in the right place. I will preach to you. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I'm seeing hope. I'm seeing hope, but where does the video go? This is only 1 minute into the video. We'll see. But I think it's a good step that he at least isn't the ref type who says, no, I'm apolitical and that is possible. So, you know, losing grip on my $10. We'll see. And
since I'm already being political, I might as well go all in. So, let me introduce to you one of the more political discussions me and my community has had of late. But for some context, I was playing some Holocure, and some incisive instigator decided to get really political and lie to me, brainwash me with fucking propaganda about how Mume doesn't activate the cutting board bonus. So if you don't play Holocure, Holocure is a Vampire Survivors fan game.
Okay, so he was streaming and somebody in his chat got political. One of the instances of, you know, happens if you're a streamer. It's kind of, yeah, that can happen. Bang some tunes on the church organ. Oh, please do. Would you play that on organ? You kind of wouldn't.
But with a Hololive twist.
I know.
And the cutting board is basically a weapon in the game where you get to have a unique bonus if the character you're using is flat-chested. As such, this guy is implying that Mume was flat.
Are you gonna just talk about that? Are you just gonna talk about that, or are we actually gonna be looping back to politics? Or did you debate me? If you debated me, I'll be very mad about it, by the way.
He was implying that the developers of the game were dumb enough to believe that Mume was flat, which pretty much is one hell of a political statement in my very objective opinion. Now, admittingly, I got...
Are you playing it right now, Caliban? It's booba politics. Now, booba politics are obviously very important.
One guide. Again, apparently I'm very...
Yeah, this guy is always horny. Is it just a joke? It can't be just a joke for 14 minutes, though. I don't believe that it cannot loop back, right? Hi, Sprendy, welcome. He's always horny, though, which is why I can't actually vibe with him that much. Like, if it's always horny, I understand if you're horny sometimes, but like, if it's always horny, I cannot talk to you, I'm sorry.
Very prone to being one guide, but regardless, we mentioned Risu in this case because I just learned on stream that Risu apparently doesn't activate the cutting board bonus, and that stupefied me. Because how would Risu, someone who was obviously flatter than Mume, not activate the cutting board bonus? But Mume, someone that was obviously big.
Yeah, she's definitely not flat-chested. If we want to get into the booba argument and also argue on the booba argument, no, she should not activate the cutting board bonus in this case. Yeah, even you're even people who are hypersexual are able to not go into horny talks every time they open their mouth. But okay, I don't know why he's talking about the booba. I'm fingers crossed that he brings this back around. I had hopes for a serious take. Yeah, me too. We'll see.
Does. And those of us that are intellectually inclined might theorize that the chat would be supportive of my stance and shame the guy in chat, throw some pebbles at him or something. But that's not what happened. Instead, a lot of people in chat were generally in agreement with this propaganda campaign. People genuinely believed that Mume was flatter than Risu.
Maybe they were making fun of you. I don't know.
And then
sometimes chat just likes to be contrarian. You gotta understand.
These plebeians, I went into research mode to truly settle this debate. And suffice to say, I was in the right. Everyone else was wrong. Sorry to spoil you there. So here, let me show you some clips. Mume counts as flat? The absolute fucking state, bro. Bro, I'm pretty sure Mume has fatter tits than...
Jesus Christ, the way he talks. I know this is like a semantics complaint and everything, but the way he talks makes me gag every single time. It's just how it is, you know, I'm sorry. That's a personal opinion, but it's... Ugh. You know, chat sometimes be like goofy goobers, it's true.
Risu, even. What do you mean? Mume more than Risu? Yeah, I think so.
It's so virgin. It's such virgin weeb talk. Like no one's who speaks like this. Like who, which person on the planet who has touched a woman before speaks like this? I don't think, and probably no one.
Actually, fuck. I'm not even sure anymore. You guys are making me question reality. I'm pretty sure Mume has fatter tits than Risu. I am pretty sure. Yeah. Risu is low-key stacked. I feel like Mume is also low-key stacked.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm making the
you're
sound.
Getting gaslight. Mume does not get it.
Here.
Okay, chat. Oh, I know I just chat on a lot of V-tweeters for being political and shit, but there are some certain political topics that do need to be talked around.
Okay, what are you gonna talk about now? Boobs?
Just like
is
an
it
actual
still
Holobuba
boobs?
comparison video. I'm actually gonna look that up real quick.
If this is all about boobs, I'm gonna be so mad, honestly. This is lost pause type shit. That's why I hate VTubers and if it's all Coomer shit, I cannot interact with it. I can't believe we got dragged into booba politics. Me neither. Yeah, I must underestimate his ability to ramble about his kinks. I really thought this was gonna get serious again, but
Hololive booba comparison. Yeah. Turn off the venture with this one. That this is Risu. Who nice in here? Holy. Oh. Yep. Where she got the Zanchi.
There's people.
Actually, every run may enjoy. H-Chan.
Okay, they're doing like measurements.
Oh my god. Interesting. But then again,
which is very weird. This is very weird. I don't like this. Also, what is 0 centimeters squared? I don't understand.
Again, red is not exactly trustworthy. Oh! It's actually blown right now. No fucking way.
This is really something, huh?
Ina has fatter tits than Anya and Bijou? Actually don't believe.
The way he talks about this is
Ina is scope. Yeah, yeah. No fucking way, bro.
At this point, this is mainly like the shape of their torsos. You do recognize that, right? Because they're different art styles. They have like different shapes of their torsos. What the fuck? I was clickbaited by Nusagi.
Oh wait.
What wait?
Towa's medium. Well, not medium, but no.
Are you actually gonna make a point? I don't think I was actually clickbaited. I think. I think I was actually clickbaited. This is. I would have loved not to know anything about this.
No. It has to be that fucking. It is unofficial. Why it's only like that?
Okay, this is all this, isn't it?
Risu is.
Isn't there like a?
I'm right. We're on the wrong side of embarrassed. Fucking Kuri Rinji needs to out you.
Okay, I don't care about this.
Like
I legitimately do
no.
not care about this.
No.
This is yandere dev type shit. Oh my god, yes it is.
I'm gladly. It proves benefiting from the cutting board is still weird though. Fucking rain it.
Yeah, this is all that this video is. Isn't there like
This
actually
video was Muna and Ollie approved, and it cannot get even more violent than that.
rule against
If being in the
clickbait?
Mume is
Like a
bigger
little
crowd
bit?
makes me a fucking communist, then God.
As someone who makes 3D models, I'm so confused. Like, okay, sure, whatever. This is content, I guess. Isn't there like I know clickbait is a part of the YouTube game, but isn't there technically sort of a rule against it being completely unrelated from what you're talking about in the video? Doesn't the title and the thumbnail have to do like at least somehow be related to what's in the video? He's actually really passionate about this. Please say you're a communist and take my $10, but stop it.
Fucking damn it, I'll be a proud commie, you absolute monkeys. Mume has fatter tits than Risu.
I mean, he said it, but not. I don't think he's a communist.
Risu is my wife, my absolute favorite ID member, but I have to be fair in this job. Really, you have no idea how painful making this decision was for me. So, I guess I can now see how politics divides families and split what was once a loving couple or some shit. But I have to remain steadfast. Us Mume's bigger brethren need to stick together, and goddammit are we not gonna let some hooligans spreading false propaganda to sway our beliefs. But yeah, that's really about it. See ya.
Fine, we'll watch the other video then, I guess. Yesterday when I clicked on a video called Tech You Can't Buy Yet or something, and it was a phone review the whole time. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck was this video? I skipped through all of it because legitimately this had nothing to do with either the title or the thumbnail. I don't think this is good clickbait, because good clickbait would get you clicking on a video and then be engaged with the actual video content that's, you know, being shown to you, because you're like, oh wow, I clicked on this thinking this was going to be this sort of way, but it's actually talking about the subject matter depicted in the title and thumbnail, but it's subverting my expectations in some sort of way. Bad clickbait is, oh, this is a salad review, top 10 salads, but it's actually a dissertation on Leninism. Like, legitimately, this was a meme video that had nothing to do about anything with the title and the thumbnail whatsoever in the slightest. So I guess we'll watch the other one instead, because otherwise I don't get my content out of you. And you're supposed to provide me content and not garbage. Thank you very much. Got baited into, well, watching nothing. I did just click through all of it. Doesn't even count as the fucking, like, it doesn't even count as watched in any sort of way. He's demonstrating how political it can be entertaining by saying Booba is divisive. You are giving him too much leeway. You are giving him way too much leeway. And they're just continuing, the joke. Obviously, because this, I mean, it sells to this sort of audience, I guess. Very boring video, not very good. Thank you no thank you. No thank you for making it. He did say he's a commie though, that's true. Simple. I mean, technically that is true, yes. I'm back. Money. Woohoo!
He said Tesekomi.
He said God, Hans has so much trouble pronouncing anything. Thank you. Thank you for keeping on your bed. Even though, I mean, I guess Nusagi is a comrade then. So if I ever talk about him again, I mean, I don't think I've ever called him far right, because he isn't. He's never demonstrated anything like that. He's just a Coomer weirdo, but he's a commie Coomer weirdo. Oh well. Is this how asexuals feel? Some of them do. Some of them do. You know, the sex repulsed ones for sure. The thing is, it's not like he doesn't have political opinions. He just seemingly doesn't want to speak about them on his main channel. Yeah, which I find, you know, then don't clickbait it. What a weird clickbaity video. I hope it gets very few views. Hans was trying his best, but he wasn't succeeding. He was certainly not succeeding. We can talk about this then instead. This is the video that he slightly touched on in his intro to the other video.
So
shh. Silence, please. It wasn't clickbait. He said the word commie. He did say the word commie, which he also said in the title. So therefore, it was not actually clickbait. Technically. I think it technically kind of was.
Comrade Nusagi. Kazama. Tagalog for comrade.
Kasama. I mean, hell yeah. I guess more numbers for us is good. Although, I don't know if I would want him as a comrade necessarily. Anyway, let's look over this one then. I might have heard about this one, but not much. All right. I know that Angel has watched it. Angel left a comment somewhere, I'm pretty sure. You posted that you left a comment. We could look at your comment too. Perhaps.
The title is
I'm
a bit
familiar
clickbait.
with this one.
Nothing gets views a lot like shit-talking other people, after all. I just wanted to preface this by saying that the tropes mentioned in this video
But the YouTube functions by watch hours now, mainly. I mean, clicks are important too, obviously. You don't get watch hours without getting the click. But if you only get the click and not the watch hour, then the video is not going to be recommended a lot.
aren't necessarily bad in a moral or content point of view. Just some of the tropes that I've discovered underperform compared to everyone. Actually, you know what? Nah, that's also kinda clickbait. Some of the tropes here are also things that I think are bad. So it's
Yeah, because he lists VTweeter as a trope, even though it isn't. We've talked about this before.
a bit of a half and half. After all, in an industry as developing as VTubing, there will always be new tropes and niches that are going to be discovered.
Yeah, because VTubing is not a genre. VTubing is a medium. So anything and everything can happen within the sphere of VTubers because anybody could pick up VTubing at any point in time.
Some of them are niches that I don't think should have ever existed.
3 reasons I hate the mainstream weebs. 1, screaming nothingness and annoying voices. 2, reactionaries. 3, horniness and creepiness. Honestly, yeah, Nusagi doesn't do a good job at giving like weebs a good name. There's plenty of people who are by definition, depending on how you define it, I guess, weebs, right? Like I have like 1 or 2 friends who engage with some like who engage with enough anime related media that you could consider them weebs, right? Whatever the bar for that actually is, because who cares? But they're like cool and they're nice and they're chill. They exist. Obviously they exist. People can watch anime and be cool and nice and chill. Obviously that's true. But a lot of them online will, like, the loudest ones of them will be the weirdest, creepiest, horniest, most reactionary type weirdos that you'll ever meet, and that's very sad. That's very sad. Would I be a weeb? Well, that's a good question. You watch VTubers, of course, so that can count towards it, but it doesn't have to necessarily, depending on who you watch. It's kind of complicated at this point, isn't it? You could be. Do you watch a lot of anime? How many hours a week do you spend consuming Japanese media? But then again, if it's just Japanese media and it's like J-dramas, that wouldn't count. Whatever. I'm one of the good ones, but am I one of them? Would I count as one of them? That's the question. Like, what is even the requirements to be considered a weeb? How much anime, I guess, do you have to watch, or does it count enough? If you play Genshin Impact, you're a weeb, right? Probably. But maybe not. I don't even know. I used to watch lots of anime. Nowadays, no. Yeah, I also used to watch anime, and nowadays I don't anymore. So, you went to uni for it, for weeb? You went to university for weeb? Slay. You're the biggest weeb among us then, and also one of the coolest among us. So that's a positive. That's a positive marker for weebdom. To add maybe possible context, many people here in the islands of the Philippines know about the Maoist, like, that's a long abbreviation, and other Kaliwa, left-leaning groups, so maybe he could know. Maybe he is literally a communist. I don't know, though. I don't think you're creepy horny, though. I don't think you are. You keep it in a way that's not supposed to be, like, creepy, I'm pretty sure. At least in this chat. I mean, I don't know you in other chats, obviously. I don't watch as much anime as I want to, but I'd call myself a weeb. If you call yourself a weeb, then you're a weeb, of course. Is weeb only anime related, or isn't it general infatuation with things Japan? Technically, it's general infatuation with all things Japan, but practically how you like use the actual term now, I don't know. I don't know how to define it anymore. Oh yeah, you were in Asian studies. Oh, but your major is Mandarin, so you actually didn't major in weeb. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I did when I was 14 or something, when I was at my peak weebdom, I was thinking about studying whatever it was called at the time, Japan, whatever. For a VTuber who's asexual, as you should. Communist Party of the Philippines, New People Army, National Democratic Front. God, that's long. Maoists and Marxist-Leninists leftists love their acronyms. They do. It is true. Which makes sense, because that's a very long combination of words, so you would rather acronym it instead. Also, the chances of DN being an NBA communist mildly amuses me. I can imagine him being seduced by someone, motherfucker, coming into a commie. I don't know. I do not know the ins and outs of that, but it would be funny if he used commie the way that he did, and then he actually is one. I don't know. 13 to 15 is like perfect age to binge watch anime every night. Yeah, you just have the time to do it, and it was a good time back then. Anime was good back then. Back in my day, anime was still good. Anyway.
Existed at all, and some of them, despite being harmless, have their own place, but don't have much commercial or mainstream appeal, especially when they're...
It's funny when you say they don't have much commercial or mainstream appeal, and you show a video clip of Fauna from Hololive, who is immensely successful, of course. Well, you gotta show something in the background, I suppose, but it's just kind of a bit of cognitive dissonance.
Utilized in small agencies, or if the VTuber doing that trope aren't given a massive enough platform. This video is just going to be talking about some of that. This video is about the worst VTuber tropes. Part 1. Probably.
I wonder if he makes a part 2.
And one of the more infamous ones are those that never become VTubers at all. They just stay over on Twitter and mod and complain and morally grandstand over more successful VTubers and generally be a prick to everyone that doesn't fit in with their political ideologies and beliefs.
There it is, complaining about the so-called VTweeters. There it is. Low-key, when I was watching this the first time around, I'm like, did you see one of the videos that I made? Did you see one of the tweets that I made? Are you talking about me? But I do make videos, so I cannot be... See, I cannot be part of this group because I do make videos. Odd. I mean, if you want to see the most successful Hololive, you gotta see the War Criminal, our Pekora. I read, like, you read 40 chapters of Chainsaw Man tonight at 2 a.m. Maybe I am a weeb. That could classify you as a weeb, technically. Maybe, perhaps. Again, the technicalities are kind of slipping away from us at this point. Yeah, it's that thing some right-wingers do when instead of criticizing something, they say it will not be successful. True, like about movies, right? Go woke, go broke. That's what they said about the Barbie movie before it came out, and then it was one of the most successful movies ever. And then they had to backpedal a little bit. Also, this person who drew this comic does not know how to draw headphones, but...
You know how VTubers are really mostly supposed to just be a politics-free space? A community...
Yes, you better be a politics space. Or else.
Where people just don't want any trouble and just wants to enjoy hot anime men and cute anime girls doing cute and hot anime things. I mean, yeah, a bit of politics are incorporated in there. After all, politics is in some shape or form present in everything.
See, that's the base take that he had in this video, the same base take that he had in the other video when he was looking back on this one. I was really surprised by this base take, so there's something at least. I need to get back into reading Chainsaw Man, but I think there's still not enough chapters for one of my binges. Oh damn, you gotta like let it pile up and then binge the rest. You saw a great video of Sanderhall reacting to a video about the myth of go woke, go broke earlier today. It's absolutely a myth. It legitimately just does not exist. This guy's always focused on the horniness. It's like, we just want cute and hot, sexy. Like, you do that.
The fact that VTubers are gay and lesbians are in of itself political, as an example. But in this industry, nobody wants trouble that is coded in politics. People don't...
Well, guess what? If you're gay and lesbian, trouble that is coded in politics is gonna come your way when people who are homophobes come into your chat and attack you for it, and that happens all the time. It occurs. That's how that goes down, my friend. And yeah, he does treat this industry like it's porn. Legitimately, he does. And that's the through line through all of his videos. That's always what his like talking comes back to. Of course, all VTubing is a totally politics-free space, always. Totally not has anything to do with him just watching the corporate side of them. No, nothing. I like this person's jacket though, it has little teeth. It's so cute. I wonder who this person is. No credit on screen for the clip.
About how lollies equal to pedophilia, or that Trump is bad, or Biden is bad. Hogwarts...
Biden. I laughed about that last time too when I heard it. I'm sorry though, it's Biden. For future reference, he's pronounced Biden, but I like Biden too, personally. I'm also a fan of Biden.
Legacy players are transphobic and that everybody that plays it deserves to be harassed and other stuff. Those are the kinds of political stuff VTubers and their fans wants to stay away from.
Of course, all of them. The monolith, which is VTubers. That's also funny. That's also a thing that he does. He always talks about the monolith, which does not exist, obviously. Yeah, they're Joe Biden. We've been Joe Biden. Oh no, you've been Joe Biden. Now you have to vote for the Democrats in the upcoming election in America.
extremism, going far out in either side of the political spectrum, and condescendingly lecture people about what they should think, how they should feel.
I'm not condescending, am I? Would you think I'm condescending? Sometimes, but not all of the time. I feel like I'm very chill. Is the opposite of condescending chill? I'm super chill. I'm so chill. Can I sign your forehead? Oh, for sure. I have a good signature. Fuck, but I still don't have like a good Zecke signature. I have a good signature, actually. Yeah, DN gives me vibes that he probably has an Oshi or several and would get mad if either of them were in a romantic relationship because they need to be pure for him. The vibes are here. Yes. Is this just projection? Yes, I think so. This might just mainly be projection indeed.
And what they should do. Nobody kind of wants or expects the anime cat girl in Japan ironically weighing in on the American oopsies in the Middle East or spurging about how much she hates the Chinese Communist Party or something. Although that would be really funny. But unfortunately...
See? You said it would be funny. Maybe we should have more politics VTubers then, if you think it would be funny. Yeah, nobody says that every single VTuber needs to talk about politics. We've spoken about this before. Nobody has to have in-depth views about the CCP or whatever, obviously. But baseline, hey, people deserve human rights is kind of like, I do expect that from an adult. I do expect that much.
When any industry or community gets big, it's inevitable that all kinds of people will also be joining too. Both the supportive and disruptive types. One of these people are the debut TBA V-tweeters who just likes to LARP and virtue signal. VTubers, quote-unquote, who have no intention of ever debuting or making content, and making up any and all excuses for not doing so. They just have OCs they want to roleplay as on Twitter or something. They think VTubing is just someone doing whatever the fuck.
I mean, why you can absolutely roleplay OCs on Twitter. I think people have done that all the time. You can just make a Twitter account. You don't have to put VTuber to be announced whatever into your bio. I think they do plan on actually, most of them probably do plan on actually debuting at some point. Also, a lot of people who are like, debut is to be announced actually do make content already. They just want to do a debut later on, but whatever, it doesn't really matter for the argument. Like, their arguments can still be valid even if they're not making content yet. Also, corporate VTubers can't be very political because companies, that they're always exempt. Like, I understand. They're under the corporation. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of the corporations in general, because they put the restrictions on the talents that they cannot talk about stuff that I think should absolutely be easily talked about. But, wouldn't blame the individuals for that, of course. Yeah.
They want as long as they have an avatar. But, newsflash, bucko, that is not VTubing. VTubing, from the word itself, is a virtual YouTuber, and while that definition has stretched enough to a point that it now includes general streamers and content creators, what has not changed is the fact that they have to be actual content creators. Literally, that's the bare minimum. Now, if you're a VTuber that is only currently tweeting and making posts in hope...
I mean, this does not apply to me, obviously. Like, yeah, the definition of a VTuber would be somebody who makes content via representing themselves through a virtual avatar. I'm pretty sure that's kind of the definition that I'm going with now. But yeah, of course he gatekeeps what this can be too. If you're planning on debut... Oh, is it lagging for you or for me? Oh, my square is green, so I'm good, I think. If you're planning to debut, you're still a VTuber that's gonna debut soon. You can still be a VTuber if you're working on it currently.
Hopes of gathering an audience there and getting them to migrate on your channel, or you're still gathering resources to actually become a content creator, then this does not apply to you. Especially if you're just trying to have fun and is not trying to shove your fucking beliefs down other people's throats.
What if I'm having fun by shoving my beliefs down other people's throats, huh? You're yucking my yum again. What if my source of fun is being preachy on Twitter? Ever consider that? I don't even tweet that much. It only lagged for me when I turned my phone on, but the stream is fine. Okay, slay. Hi, Aiden! Yeah, the bunny man's here again. Yes, that bunny man is here again, but he's talking about politics this time because he made another video clickbaiting politics that then didn't have anything to do with it at all. So we skipped over that one and we went back to this one that I already saw earlier. Yeah, also no one is shoving their beliefs down your throat. They literally aren't. If somebody states on their own Twitter, hey, I think this and this and that should be happening, that's not shoving it down your throat. That's stating a belief on a public platform. Yeah, it feels very restricted and very predatory, and the kind of like audience that it curates is very mixed, obviously. I also hate that 70% of VTubers because they're annoying and I feel like I'm drowning in catgirl screams. What I don't like is I can like a cute voice every now and then. Sure, do a cute voice. I don't mind that at all. Now, baby voices I don't really like. That's something that no, I don't like that. High pitched voice, absolutely go for it. But if you go into baby goo goo gaga talk, that's just personally for me way too annoying. And also if you pretend to be dumb. If you pretend to be an idiot while doing things and it's clear like you are pretending to be an idiot. I hate that because I feel like I can always tell when people are pretending and when people are actually not understanding something because it's usually like it plays out very differently, the two things. And oh my god, nothing infuriates me like somebody pretending to be an idiot, either online or in real life. Don't do this. I know you're just pretending. Again, you're not a fucking magician. Magicians are also just pretending, but they're pretending other stuff. Don't pretend to be an idiot though. Thank you. You like the low voices? I can do the low voices. I hate the goo goo gagas, lolly voices. Yeah, like you can be high pitched. That is fine. You can even do a character voice. That's also fine. But don't pretend to be a child, please. Thank you. Or like the obnoxious cool girl voice. Whenever it's like too fake. I know Wolfie Chew. Wolfie Chew has a perfectly fine high voice. Yeah, like I have no issue with that whatsoever. She also doesn't pretend to be an idiot. That's a big factor in her favor. I thought I wouldn't like the new rock model VTuber from Hololive because she looks overly cutesy, but she's actually fun and memes a lot. I haven't watched her yet, but yeah, usually I don't have a problem with, well, most of the VTubers themselves. The fan base makes it a lot harder, and sometimes it depends on the VTuber, of course, too. But usually it's the fan base that makes things a lot harder, you know what I mean? Not again, Warren. You have to wait for it to come. You have to wait for it to occur naturally.
After all, the YouTube and Twitch grind pretty much makes it so that you need an established presence somewhere to start. And I am well aware that not everyone has
I mean, it helps. You can get lucky. You have to get lucky a little bit.
The resources to actually start immediately. Although VTube Studio in a medium-level Android phone does well enough to start VTubing, I'm just telling you, man, you don't need the latest fucking iPhone or premium paid subscription services for Live 2D or whatever.
No, but you do need a model. Or, well, you can make a PNG model, but it's not that easy for everybody.
To become a VTuber. Again, this definition really only falls.
Yeah, that's so sweet, Isabel. I also prefer that. I like authentic personalities better. Same. God darn it. Gosh damn it.
Intention of actually making content, or are just LARPing and virtue signaling over on Twitter. Nah, actually, it includes even those that do make content, but would also just send off a shit ton of tweets about political issues.
See, suddenly V-tweeters are also people who make content, but also post political stuff on Twitter. Your definition is completely like out of whack now. Did you hear that little side sentence? He tried to slip it in. He was like, well, even if they make content, if they still tweet a ton of political shit over on Twitter, then they're still a V-tweeter, I guess, or maybe he still doesn't like him. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. Either way, your definition's getting muddled. Stop. You're losing the point. Also, currently the block feature still exists. You can still use it. Soon it might not exist anymore because of Elon Musk, but that's hardly my problem, is it? You like me because I'm clear in declaring what I stand for. Thank you, being socialist and anarchist and having sincere fun in the activities. Oh my god, it's Zecke compliment hour. I love Zecke compliment hour. It's very important. I'm starting to think Zecke's love language comes from complimenting and verbal affection. I mean, verbal affection, I love compliments are great. Zecke compliment hour. Zecke compliment hour is always great. I mean, it's definitely not physical affection, so that much I know. I'm pretty averse to that. But I mean, everybody likes not everybody. No, you're right. Not everybody likes compliments. Some people are like, oh no, I can't deal with this. I like compliments though. Compliments are cool. I love losing money on this channel for losing bets. Hell yeah, slay. Hot take, but V-tweeters seem to be a word with no real term behind it. Sure seems like it, doesn't it?
Is the term for it now, I guess.
No.
Whatever. The comfy. Okay, now this is a trope that I actually...
Now he goes on and leaves the political spectrum because, you know, your girlfriend likes compliments and you like touching, but you like mesh still, though. JK, you better JK. I have this weird form of cute aggression towards more cutesy made up personalities. I understand that, like the Hololive Doggo girls who just want to like punt them. Cute aggression is real. It's like compliment hours. It's all compliment hours. I'm the comfy, you are the comfy, and I love the comfy.
Zecke love language compliment hours.
Compliment hours. Oh my god, I love Zecke because she's based and she's not a Nazi. Slay! I passed the bare minimum. You'd think it would be easy, but alas, it's not always easy. Thank you. Yeah, he goes on to say the comfy is a type that he doesn't
dislike,
but he's a type that he actually doesn't dislike, but is not marketable.
More of a trope
something.
that I noticed doesn't really work well unless you're in a very big agency or is already super popular. Or
Again, saying like you are the comfy, that is like your trope, that's the only thing you can do, again, is a bit reductive, you know. Oh yeah, you only discovered this channel pretty recently. I know, I noticed. So I don't know how to compliment you, but you're definitely a good enough streamer for me to watch the whole 8-hour stream yesterday. That's a pretty big compliment in and of itself. Thank you. Yeah, I have weird amounts of energy sometimes to be on the up and up for 8 hours. Good that he doesn't like me. I don't want him near me or measuring my polygons. True. Stay away from Ronnie's fucking polygons.
Have some kind of unique character or personality trait. So, the appeal of the comfy is that they're supposed to make you feel comfortable. The break you need from a rough day of work, or the kind of stop you can go to after experiencing the chaos of other VTubers. But the thing about this trope is that unlike comedians or shitposters or whatever tropes that are very common and popular out there, this is a trope that's very top-heavy, where most audiences are already focused on those that are popular or was given a bigger platform. What I mean by that is when people find a comfy VTuber that they like, they really only stick to that 1 or 3 comfy VTubers. And that 1 or 3 comfy VTubers becomes their
Yeah, I don't know how that, like, works, but I guess I can see it. I don't know. It's a weird criticism of a trope. Just wanted to say that I still feel weird knowing that Persona is over Me Too. It doesn't feel real to me. It doesn't really feel real to me much.
Comfort zones. And when you think about it, who actively gets out of their comfort zones in this industry? Those other tropes are clippable, and their funny haha moments get a lot of traction and build recognizability in their name. They're also the kinds of tropes people won't mind being a fan of multiple VTubers of. But the comfy doesn't really get to have that unless they frequently break out of character or have some kind of unique trait. They're not exactly clippable, and very few people actively seek out VTubers under this trope. This is a VTuber trope that I've discovered is rarely ever commercially viable if you're in a small corpo or an indie. It's why you'd always—
Yeah, Tenchi doesn't like this criticism of the comfy. It feels like the— oh my god, it does! It feels like the 16 personalities MBTI Myers-Briggs test but for VTubers. Yeah, people who take the MBTI way too seriously. That's like the vibe. I wonder if he knows about the MBTI. I bet he's way into that. It's like, you are an ENTJ, and ENTJs are only dictators, actually. And if you're anything aside from that, because the test told you that you're that, then you're actually wrong, and you don't fall under this category. And they're all real and all true. Did you know that some companies use the MBTI in order to determine if they want to hire you or not? I've heard that from my friend before. That's insane. That is crazy.
always notice that the comfy VTubers are usually always the ones that—
What the fuck is that? You don't know? You don't know? Oh my god. I mean, I had a little bit of an MBTI phase at some point in my life. Oh, what's up with Google today? Celebrating the first landing on the moon's south pole. Ooh, slay. How the fuck do you spell Myers-Briggs like that? 16 personalities. You can get a linky if you want. If you want, you can get a linky. I'm an ENTF, I think. There you go. Damn, I'm gonna start my dictatorship as soon as possible. Oh my god, are you an ENTJ? Oh my god. The moon was very cute, right? You can take the test if you want. Share it on Discord under one of the channels where you think it's appropriate. Share it on Discord, I want to see. I don't take it seriously, but I do think it's very funny. Dankeschön, bitteschön. India landed on the moon. Slay. Oh, you're an INTJ. Oh, even worse. You are a calculating, cold person. Of course. I've done so many psychological and other tests when I was like 16. Same. That's peak time for doing all of that. This guy kept stating market value for VTubers type shit. True. Those are the vibes. Moontomes. What is a tome? A book. True.
Perform relatively poorer compared to everyone in a group setting, usually being the second least or the least performing member, and especially more so if they're the say-so comfy type. Again, it's not that I dislike this trope. I actually like it, in fact. It's just that, unfortunately, the conditions needed for this trope to work as well as every other trope is a bit difficult to attain. And the last trope we're going to talk about today is somewhat the opposite of that. The Coomer baiter. Okay.
Fucking, this is so funny because he is a Coomer. I think he's even gonna say that in a few seconds. He's like, yeah, I'm a Coomer, but if you're, again, this goes back to, oh, if women actually are into sexual shit, then it's gross. But if they're not into it and we can somehow make it sexual, then it's cool and I like it a lot, which is extremely predatory and weird and off-putting. It's best not to take them seriously, kind of like horoscopes. Exactly. I like to say, oh my god, I'm such a Leo, but I wouldn't actually judge anybody based off their, like, star sign, because that's crazy. Hi, Aaron. We're almost through. We're watching a Nusagi video.
Okay, So I understand that a lot of VTubers partake in a bit of fan service to please and have fun with their fans.
That video is
Some even to
crazy,
further
by the way.
extents, and fan service is good. A bit of sexual innuendos and good moderate bits of horniness and harlotry is a
Harlotry. He said harlotry. I understand. Okay, English is your second language, and that's probably why you chose to say harlotry, but that's the funniest word on the entire planet that you could have possibly chosen to say in this moment. Harlotry. What fucking, like, what era are we in? Are we in the Middle Ages? English is also my second language, so I'm allowed. I'm allowed to laugh at this. I mean, let's not speculate as well, right? We don't know. That I actually think he probably has never gotten into a 5 feet radius of anybody he's attracted to, which is probably just women. So, you know, harlotry. What a word to use, huh? What a word to use. Well, yes, fine chap, I do engage in the harlotry. I do prefer a woman who, on occasion, may dabble in a little bit of harlotry. I know, English is your second language, it's okay. I'm trying not to be mean about it, but English is also my second language, so.
a good tool a VTuber can use, especially as a marketing strat for certain kinds of content and just generally to have fun. I respect VTubers who are genuinely able to pull off those kinds of things really well without it coming across as forced or in bad taste or sour. But those aren't what a Coomer bait.
Sour. I want to use that word a bit more now. Harlotry. Sounds tasty. It's a good word though. Yeah, it is a good word. It just felt a little bit out of place, a tiny bit perhaps. Right, you're giving him too much credit. He just fantasizes about it instead. That is a more possible. We're more closer to reality there, I think.
Baiter is. The Coomer baiter, from the name itself, is a VTuber that mainly caters to absolute Coomers. Someone whose content is mainly just to get you to jack off or get aroused with the least possible effort.
I have, like, does he just mean lewd tubers by that? I guess. I know lewd tubers is a whole genre of people who mainly focus on lewd shit in VTubing, and that's like their own whole category that I have nothing to do with, because obviously, why would I? But, you know, they do their own thing. Does he mean that by that? Because that's absolutely fine. I don't see a problem with that, and I think they're doing fine as well. Or what does he mean by that? I mean, he explained it, but who does he mean by that, I guess?
Basically, the VTuber equivalent of an OnlyFans or Twitch e-thought who primarily does titty and bathtub streams.
Fucking
I don't know who still uses the word thought, but I don't know any other words to describe it. On one hand, I do respect the hustle. Like, yeah, queen, go get that bag with the least amount of effort possible.
I feel like that video alone looks like it took a lot of effort. I think doing like sex work in any capacity takes a lot of effort. I wouldn't want to do it for multiple reasons, but also it takes a lot of effort. This is not the least amount of fucking effort that you can do. Yeah, the Amaranth clip.
But on the other hand, it's a content
and the Belle Delphine clip right now.
Don't respect. A lot of people get the impression that I am a Coomer myself.
You are.
I make unhinged rants about how Suisei is literally sex incarnate, or that Delutaya is the CEO of sex or something, but I'm mainly just memeing around like everyone fucking.
Have you ever heard of this, like, this thing that if you are being ironically engaged in an activity for long enough, it's no longer ironic? Yeah, I don't think he knows about that. Because, bestie, if the only thing you talk about is how horny you are all day, every day, that may be like a reflection of the truth at some point. It might be. Yeah, it's just like changing clothes so many times and putting the clothes together. Now, I'm not like... I think Belle Delphine has done some very questionable stuff, so don't want to defend her specifically, but we respect sex workers around here. That is that's a profession that takes a lot of work and a lot of mental fucking fortitude that not a lot of people have.
Else. I do appreciate lewds, just that I want those lewds to be served exquisitely. Like, you know, there's class and quality put in there. Not that I have anything personally against Coomerbait, though. It's not like they're the type of VTubers or the type of...
What? So do you hate them or do you not hate them? Also, who are they? Are they just all LewdTubers? Or, like, define your definition a little bit closer, please. And that was just a meme. A 30-minute video discussing my kink is just a joke. A prank, if you will. You could call it a prank. No, it's not. Sex worker pride, yes.
Content that I want to make disappear.
Absolutely.
Just that it's a repulsive cup of tea for me. I am aware that there is an audience for that. Coomers are a very lucrative demographic after all. Wealthy, lonely Coomers even more.
You're showing us a lot of Belle Delphine videos. Jesus Christ, I bet this video is gonna get limited on monetization because of this.
Is seeing that and taking advantage of it. In any case, comment down below if you have VTuber tropes you're personally not of.
Yeah, he only showed examples of people who aren't VTubers for this trope specifically, which is great and super useful, because like that I now definitely know who the fuck he's talking about and am not more confused than I was before. Oh wait, I think I am. Cool.
Fan of, and proceed to make an entire essay about why you absolutely hate it, so I can steal it in the next installment. I plan to make more of this kind of video in the future, so if you do like it, leave a like, and again, comment and subscribe. So yeah, that's really about it.
I didn't like it. I did not like it much at all, actually. Shoto's not a lesbian, he says. He's bi. But I should have used a more appropriate example. Alright. Definitely. Big politics. YouTube doesn't exactly like you. Yeah, like what? Yeah, LootTubers, right? LootTubers are actually all the way in the lewdness. Like on the spectrum, it's more than just little jokes. So they're probably over on Twitch or somewhere else. So maybe that's why he couldn't show them. But he could have shown like snippets. If he can show snippets of Belle Delphine, I'm sure he can show snippets of actual LootTubers. If that's who he's talking about. Maybe he's just talking about somebody like, I don't know, like, who do these types of people like to shit on a lot? Nyanners, I guess, maybe? I don't even know. You remember when Leah from Face Connect talked about Yandere Simulator? Oh god, yeah, Yandere Simulator is a whole like can of worms. There was a bit where we pointed out that most of the audience were like edgy teenagers and middle schoolers, and he should have added more of that those people like, instead of having so much Coomer stuff in it. Project Melody is a LootTuber. Like, yeah, she does like actual porn, and that is in the category of LootTuber, right? Yeah. Is that who he means then? Or is that not who he means? I don't really know. Belle Delphine is a good example, but he showed like multiple videos of her and none of like the VTuber trope that he was trying to talk about. I don't know. Anything animated tends to get bonked by YouTube more than like 3D content though. Okay, I don't know. Fair enough. React streamer idea: toilet to chair, cam and mic, so you can piss and react while Mr. Chair is watching. Whoa! Now this is a big brain move. You should pitch this to XQC. I think you should pitch this to XQC. He would like to hear you out on that one. Maybe he thinks Belle Delphine is 2D. Perhaps this is possible. I mean, she is very anime. She's more anime than some of them. Imagine Drachenlord, Yandere Simulator, and Christian in the same room. You mean the Yandere Dev? Or do you mean the Yandere Simulator game? But holy shit. Those three would have the most conversation of all time. Yeah, of course, the term Twitter freaks is in the comments again. As always. You know, it's what they comment about. Yeah, the dev. Okay. That makes more sense. Like, or they're... Oh my god. Chris-chan and Drachenlord collaborate on playing a new co-op mode in Yandere Simulator. Christian's out of jail right now, right? I mean, I think that's what I heard recently. I wish he didn't show as much as he showed. He showed a lot. I'm wondering, this video must be age restricted. Well, it's not age restricted. It would have told me that at the beginning of the video. But this video must be like yellow monetization as well. Definitely. Yeah. Yandere Dev is an actual PDF file, like... Actually, yeah. Christine's out of jail now. That's something else. People saw her using the Pokemon Go app, I think, or something. I'm not up to date. I'm not 100% up to date with that at the moment, and that's fine. Out on bail. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. A comment or two mentioned. Oh, they mentioned Cirrus. Really? I haven't scrolled through all of the comments yet, and a lot of them at the top are just garbage. As always, they're not super duper interesting. Elon Musk and V-tweeters are the reasons why I avoid Twitter. I mean, Elon Musk is a pretty good reason to avoid Twitter. To be fair. Alright. Oh well. That's all that I have to say about that. I mean, I've already seen this video before, right? Yeah, stopped caring about Chris since they were arrested. Fair enough. That is fair enough. The story got really dark at that point. I mean, the story was really dark on multiple occasions before that point too, not gonna lie. The story about Christian is generally pretty dark, but that is definitely the peak of darkness right there. Like the stream! Give a likey to the stream! You should avoid anything Musk. I agree. Like, that's a good enough of reason to avoid any sort of platform, but, you know, sometimes... We still have not found a good alternative to Krankenwagen. A good alternative to Twitter. Anyway, I'm gonna start preparing for my trip tomorrow now, slowly. Gonna start with going out. Ugh, I don't want to go outside. I have to go outside in order to get groceries for today. It is a little bit colder today than other days. It's still 27 degrees, but it's a tiny bit colder. Blue Sky is very chill. Blue Sky is a little bit too chill. Is the thing. I am on Blue Sky, but I don't follow that many people yet because I don't know who to follow. But yeah, maybe it's the police. They're coming for me. They're picking me up now. That's possible. It's very possible. I wonder if comments affect the algorithm a lot. I bet they do. I think they still do. Any sort of engagement, right? Blue Sky is the Twitter alternative. I'm gonna have so much fun on my trip. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Finally, I can hang out with my friends again for a bit. I hate uncomfortable people on the internet. I don't want to hear out. Thank you for the stream though. Yeah, fair enough. I remember a thing about Depressed News Sagi in a collab with a certain VTuber. He dropped the D slur and now saying VTubers shouldn't discuss politics. Oh damn. An F slur, like he's dropping slurs. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. But with like people who speak English as their second language, I'm always a tiny bit more lenient. But I think he's on the internet enough to know what he should and shouldn't say. Interesting. I will have a lot of fun. Will Tenchi be streaming in my stead? Yes, of course. There's a D1. There is a D1. Go henceforth to Google. You'll find it there. I think. I'm sure. I will be preparing. I will update you every now and then, maybe on Twitter, Blue Sky, or, Discord. Maybe I won't, though. Maybe I'll be too busy. Either way, I will be scheduling some videos, at least 2, at max 5. Yeah, I'm leaving! You gotta say cheese quickly, otherwise you'll forget again. Hi, Addiction. There you go! See? Told you. The D-slur is clearly Digga, the German word. The Digga is a German word for dude, though. Have fun. Don't forget socks. Thank you. I'll make my packing list right now. And then you guys have fun, too, while I'm gone. Don't do anything silly. Watch the videos that I upload. If you already know the content in them, watch them anyway. Leave a like, it's important. And I'll see you when I come back. I either come back on the 4th, or technically I could already... I come back here, physically on the 30th, actually, already. Evening of the 30th. Probably. But I'll see when I start streaming again. If I get bored very quickly, maybe I'll start streaming on the 1st already, but without a schedule maybe because the week doesn't really line up. We'll see. I'll figure it out. And if not, I'll definitely start streaming on the 4th again. That's the latest. On the 4th you can expect a stream again. I'll have a good time. Thank you, and I'll see you around. Yeah, Digga is German. Digga is German. There you go. Will Juno come back in your place? No, Juno is there. I'm going to meet up with Juno. Juno and I are going to be there at the same time. So peace out. Have a good time. Thank you for watching my stream. I had a lot of fun, as per usual, as always. And I hope you have a good time. I wonder what catastrophes will happen in the meantime. Because every time when somebody who talks about politics takes a break, the most politics ever happen. Tenchi can upload, yes. Tenchi can upload. Get Calix to stream. Well, do you know where Calix is gonna be? With me. Over at vacation. We're all there. Gotta get that D sound in there for sure. It's important. Okay, bye-bye now. I'm gonna peace out. See you around. I'll post every now and then so you know that I didn't die. Adieu. See you. Paka. All of that good stuff. And have a nice time. Spend some time with your friends too, if you can. And happy late birthday. Thank you. Bye-bye.